Shout out to the sponsor, Channel. It's too early, but that's okay. My gym workout was phenomenal. Before I went home, I decided to stop over at my mother's house. I haven't seen my mother in 2 months. I know she's going to be very surprised to see me. I can't wait. What the? I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The first thing I noticed was this person's skin. What is going on? Uncomplicated, untreated skin? Who is this guy? I had to take a step back, but then I realized it was my brother. But look at his skin. Have you guys ever seen anything like that? I had to take a closer look and figure out what was going on. Best believe I crept up on him. Peep this. I'm still looking at his skin, trying to figure out, how did we get here? I could do nothing but shake my head. He could definitely use my help. I had to get to the bottom of this. He definitely needed some game about his skin. I'm just staring at it, like looking at it. Come on, bro. I knew what to do. I had to reach in my bag and get that Handley. Uncomplicated skincare for men. Bro, this is why I'm excited to have Handley as the sponsor of today's video. They have helped me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime in skin. Two times per week, exfoliate and scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated throughout the night. My brother was so excited. My favorite part about Teach Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really make the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin easy. Shout out to Teach Hanley. And because Teach Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description, and not only will you get Teach Hanley for the best possible price, but they'll also give you a free gift with your first box. Click that link and get started today. Just $30. Feel the Teach. Let the Teach force be with you. That's right, family. Feel the Teach. It's go time. Going on, family? Let me introduce the crew. We got Ricky Williams. We got Sir Rashawn Ali, King Rio, Shan, Mr. Let Go, James, Humble Dad, and me, myself, I'm Lapeef J.I. Welcome to Lapeef King Talk on Lapeef Network. Too many shows. It's too early. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Peace and blessings, everybody.
Shining.
What's happening?
Great evening.
Yeah. I can tell you one thing, that this panel was already much more alive than Sunday show was, because they was dry as hell when we first started. But I appreciate that. Nevertheless, man, good to see you brothers again. It's King's night, man. It's Tuesday, so we get down. Same old same. You good, Ali?
I'm straight. I'm just getting myself right a little bit. My fault.
Okay, did you brush it already?
I ain't even get my brush yet before Mr. Lego say something.
Oh, okay.
You know he's about to start brushing the hair.
Yeah, I know. I would say every time you come on, you always got a new setup. So
what a phone jack. What a phone jack.
Hey, y'all, I'm work. Listen, I sold my house. I'm in the process of buying another house. So when I get my thing together, you feel me? My YouTube room. We're gonna call it a YouTube room, right? When I get my YouTube room together, I'm gonna be there for a while. So unless somebody come with a better offer.
A YouTube room.
For sure. You gotta have a YouTube room to go live.
Okay. What about an IG room or a TikTok room? You got one of them too?
Hey, I was about to say that. Do you got an Instagram room too?
Hey, well, the YouTube room is going. All right, social media room. All right, it's gonna be the social media room. But those checks on YouTube is a little different than Instagram, and it's a reason why we on YouTube.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't know. You want to know, motherfucker do a fake A with his body and shit like, ooh. All right, nevertheless, let me go ahead and get this show started, man. Shout out to the Green Gang that's in the chat. Malevolent Elephant, Catherine Forbes. I see Kelly Convos is on the wrong show. Yes, this is King Talk. SS Gang, Kales, Stephen Day, Foresight. Shout out to all the Green Gang that's in the chat right now. And if you are tuning in and you haven't already hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the sponsor, Teach Hanley. Also, welcome Brandon J. Madden to the show as well. So he'll be tapping in tonight. So go ahead and drop these perspectives. You guys may have seen him. He was causing havoc on Thursday. Right, Mr. Let Go? Ali?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I'm tuned in. I saw Ezekiel Elliott.
Ali did not hear the question.
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
My fault. What happened?
Never mind, man. I was saying a joke, but if I say it now, it's not going to be funny. So
Okay.
Go ahead and,
He said yes.
So
and
save it.
didn't know
Listen,
even the question.
so save it for another time that you can bring it back up. And
yeah. I might try to slide it in that midway. We'll see if you're paying attention, man. But nevertheless, man, hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the sponsor, Teach Handling. That link is in the description. 30% off along with a free gift. Make sure you guys fill the Teach. Also, make sure you catch Ricky on Fridays too, man. I heard the women was kind of scared to call in, huh, Ricky?
Sad state of affairs on Friday.
Oh man,
Sad.
ladies, I know it's a lot of ladies that watch King Talk. Ricky goes live on Fridays at 5 p.m. He's looking for women to call in and get the game. So make sure you guys tap in and tune in. Call in. Don't be scared. Ricky don't bite. From what I've heard and what I've seen, Ricky gives some solid advice to the women. So it's in your best interest to be there at 5 p.m. And whatever situation you got going on, go ahead and give Ricky a try. I'm pretty sure you had a solution for you. So shout out to Ricky Williams.
Appreciate you.
With that being said, let's go ahead and get the show started, gentlemen. Homie, I'm coming to you first, so make sure you are alert and attentive, sir.
I got you, homie.
Okay, our first topic of the night. Marriage is a team sport. Shared mission, shared values, and shared lifestyle. Would you agree? How about that?
It's definitely a team sport.
What's going on? That might be me, man. Everybody meet up in between. Shan always got a circus over that, man. I know you 2 hours before me and 3 hours before most people, man. But come on.
Shan did that last week, bro. Yeah. He did that last week.
I think he's doing that shit on purpose so he can try to go to the chat. Y'all make sure y'all let me know if Shan tonight. Shan should not be in the chat. The chat is turned off. He should not be chatting tonight.
It is turned off.
Yeah, right. So if Shan is in the chat, call him out. Hold him accountable. All right, Shan. I should see you looking at the screen, brother. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Dr. Humble Dad. We had a little interference with one of our students.
No doubt. I definitely feel like it's a team sport. However, there is always a team captain when it comes to sports. And every person on the team doesn't necessarily share the same mission or the values or the lifestyle, even though they should, based on how the team is being coached. As for me, and in my house, we would serve the Lord, as it says in the biblical context. And so for me, I'm always, for me, I'm looking for the woman, and I have one that's going to share the same mission that I have, as well as the values that I have, as well as the lifestyle, in the sense of, like, our lifestyles can be different. Like, for me, I would say that I'm a pretty boring guy, because I'm cool with just chilling. Yeah, I'm cool with chilling at the house. Whereas, my lady, she wants to get out and about, right? So that's like a different lifestyle, right? However, the ultimate goal is to make sure that we are being productive in our relationship and making sure each one of us is moving towards the goal. And my goal is, or my mission is, to make sure that the way that we run our marriage, whenever that happens, is to make sure that other Black couples see us as a standard, right? And so as well as how we raise our kids, that people will see that how we raise our kids, they want to kind of implement that. So we'll share that mission, and our values are always connected to biblical principles, but our lifestyle may not necessarily be the same, because, like I said, I'm a boring guy. She's a little bit more adventurous, but we can intertwine and interlink those to make sure that both of us are always coming together to make each other better. So overall, yes, marriage is a team sport.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip.
That marriage is a team sport. And so if you look at the best teams of all time, what are they built off of? You have a shared mission, shared values, and then shared lifestyle. Like, shared mission is that you're both going towards the same thing in life. You can have your own ways of getting there, but you both want to end up at the same place. Below that is, like, we have shared values, which is we agree that we abide by these values to get to that vision. And then the last piece to it is shared lifestyle or interests. A lot of people only have their love for each other in common, and so they don't have activities or things that they can share and collaborate over outside of that.
All right, just a little bit of context. Any gentleman want to care to speak on that? We just heard Humble Dad and his perspective. What are you guys' thoughts after hearing Humble Dad as well as the video?
I think it's the same. I do agree with Humble Dad on all points, especially when you say you guys don't have to really have the same lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's like you guys, I kind of look at it more as like hobbies and what things y'all like to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, I think, like, I should say that if your woman and y'all got different interests, that shouldn't really be a big problem. You know what I'm saying? Y'all adults, you should be able to move freely throughout the relationship on the things you guys want to do, as long as it's not destructive to you guys in the relationship. You know what I mean? But everything else, as long as we share the same values, the same mission, and we both understand what the mission is and what we need to do to get there, I think it'll work out.
Okay. I think a different lifestyle could possibly be, and I look at a different lifestyle is one person smokes weed, the other person doesn't. One person smokes cigarettes, other person doesn't. One person works out and the other person doesn't. One person eats differently than the other person, and the other person eats dumb shit. That isn't going to work. So that's because some of y'all might look at lifestyle as being different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need a woman that likes football or is a fan of the LA Rams, but I want a woman that goes to the gym. So, like, my rendition or way of looking at lifestyle is, the things that I actually said, but y'all might have a different way of looking at lifestyle. Somebody who likes tennis, she likes tennis. You don't have to like tennis. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can still work out. So it just depends on what you see as a lifestyle. But with me, whatever we are doing, our children are going to do. So if my woman eats dumb shit all the time and I don't, our children is going to start eating dumb shit or continue eating dumb shit. And they're going to look at me like I'm crazy when I say something about eating the dumb shit. So that part of the lifestyle with me is not going to work, because I ain't going to be able to lead the household if my kid or her kid and her are doing dumb shit when I'm doing something else over here. They just going to be looking at me like, oh, okay, well, we don't want to do that. That ain't going to work, because at some point there's going to be an issue.
Yeah, Mr. Let It Go, I think you got a great point there. I kind of want to expand on that, defining what lifestyle is. I mean, I think that's big. But at the end of the day, I think it all comes down to, this is King talk, that the king is laying down what the mission is for the group. The king is laying down what the values are going to be in the household. That the king is laying down what the primary lifestyle is going to look like in that family, in that household, because that is your kingdom, is that house, your wife, y'all's kids, and whatever you do is going to reflect on the children, however you want to bring them up in whatever lifestyle. Like you said, if I come from an active background, I come from an athletic household, she may not. Well, this household will. So we got to get on the same page or it's not going to work. I eat healthy. I need you to be cooking healthy so our children can be healthy. And I don't know too many women that are going to fight that too much on. So you disagree that our kids don't need to be healthy, that they don't need to be eating, fruits and vegetables and drinking juice and a natural fruit juice and juicing and all that type of stuff. And then, and this is somebody that's not married. This is somebody who's single. I've had serious relationships like that, but not to that point. But as someone that knows what he wants in a woman, in a future wife, in a household, I think shared mission is a key thing, because it's a key thing, but you have to lay that out there so she has something to aspire to, so that you all can be on the same page.
Ladies, just to say this, if you have soda in your refrigerator, you don't deserve a husband. I just want to say that.
Wow. Okay.
Let me say this. I like
that.
I agree with I tend to lean towards what Mr. Let Go saying about the lifestyle situation. It depends on the lifestyle. The best way of saying is like this. I'm not going to say what can work, what cannot work. I'm just going to go by the probability. If you have two different lifestyles, the probability of that working is more or less. Not that it can't work. I done seen marriages. It might be an exceptions to the rules. You might be considered an exception to the rule where you see people with two different lifestyles and they make it work, right? But more times than none, typically we're told that it doesn't work. If you have more similar lifestyles, or if y'all have at least can agree, which I lean to what Dr. Humble Dad said, at least you can agree on some things that you said, and and y'all based upon those rules and regulations, then yes, it's going to work because y'all agree on it on the same lifestyle. In other words, so it depends on what we are calling lifestyle. How detailed are we getting into this? How generic are we talking, or vague? Are we speaking about it? So, but I definitely think that to be equally yoked, the foundation y'all need to agree on, and everything else you get to work out.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Ali, I have something I want to ask. Like, my thing is like, what's the point?
Brandon, hold on, real quick. Looking at Mr. Ali, what you doing?
What do you mean?
You going live?
Oh, I'm live on my YouTube. Hey, yo, I'm live on my YouTube, and that's why people saying, yo, you on the Lapeef Network? I said, yeah. So they
not Instagram.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. They sliding over to the YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bro,
he in a social media room.
I mean, there you go, James.
Yeah, he got the TV in the background, got us all on there, all that. Yeah,
Rashawn, it's not the YouTube, it's just YouTube. I just want to say.
Okay, man.
That's like the Facebook, right?
Yeah,
Brandon, what you were saying though?
Okay, Brandon, my bad.
No, you good, Pete, you good. No, I was saying, like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of being with somebody that's not on the same page? Lifestyle wise, or value wise, or mission wise. If y'all can't get on the same page, then what are we doing? I guess I'm somebody that I know exactly what I want with who I want in that aspect. Now, I understand there's give and take in relationships and everything, but as the man, as the leader of the household, and her being my helpmate, I got to help her understand what the mission is, period. So she can believe in me and support me so that we can do it together as a team. Same thing with the values. If we're not on the same page of what you believe in, what I believe in, what's important to you, what's important to me, what's important to how we raise these kids, why am I wasting my time with you? And then with the shared lifestyle, people, you can't control how you come up in life. You can't control the circumstances you're born into, the type of family that you're born into, where you grew up at, or anything like that. But as an adult, what did you do after that? Like you said, lifestyle can be about, do you work out or not? Do you eat healthy or not? Do you smoke or not? Or it can also be, how do you live? What does your living circumstances look like? Am I getting you up out the projects and getting you out of all the roaches and stuff and bring you into my palace? It's going to be a disconnect there. It's going to be, not saying that you can't make something happen or find your way to a common ground there. But at the end of the day, if we can't be here and you're not on my playbook, on my page, I can't do anything with you.
I agree. What is the point? I think why would you want to make it more hard for yourself dealing with people who's not on the same page as you? And listen, we can't control what you can control. If you courting, listen, this is the way I want to run it. This is what I believe. If you don't believe this, then let's not even waste our time. Right? If you're not gonna believe me and trust what I'm saying it is, cool. A woman has the right to follow the man that she wants. She don't gotta follow you. If she don't agree with you or don't respect, the direction of where you want to go in life, and she feel like her mission is not in line with your mission, she go find somebody else. You're not forcing her, and she don't need to force you to try to change what you want, because you already know what you want. So I agree with you.
So now what I will do is I kind of want to ask, some of the other guys on the panel that may be married that go through this or been through this. I mean, what do y'all have a different perspective on it or what have you? Because again, I'm not married, so that's just how I see it.
Yeah, I jump in there, speak for the married contingent here.
Appreciate it, James.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's talk about it, right? Because this all sounds good, and I agree with the sentiments of much of what everybody is saying here. As a matter of fact, my wife and I, as marriage educators, our movement, Marriage by Design, was all about that. Is have a marriage by design. Most people get married by default instead of married by design, right? They're not intentional. It's like, well, we just been together this long. I guess the next natural step, the next natural progression is for us to get married. So you got married by default, not by design. And being intentional about shared values, being intentional about shared mission, shared lifestyle. So this all sounds simple. As a matter of fact, marriage is simple. Marriage is not. Everybody says marriage is hard. Marriage is not hard, right? In Marriage by Design, what we talk about is being intentional. It comes down to two tenets. And this fits with marriage being a team sport. Personal development, right? Work hard on yourself, then you work in your marriage. A lot of people think they have marriage problems, and upon further review, it's not really marriage problems. People think they have a marriage problem, and upon further review, like, you an asshole. That ain't a marriage problem. You just a jerk. Like, you think you got a marriage problem and you just don't know how to communicate. That's not a marriage problem. You just don't know how to communicate. So personal development. If I'm committed to personal development and my wife's committed to personal development, we'll be all right. And then number two is equal importance, not equal roles. Right? As we're talking about, the wife needs to come under the mission and the vision that I'm casting forward. In a great team, if marriage is a team sport, there's different roles. There's stars on the team, and there's role players. And role players are equally as important, right? We've seen teams that got stars and ain't got no bench. You don't win the chip. Okay, but you ain't the star though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a role. So we got equal importance, not equal roles. And if this is so simple and all of us are pretty much in lockstep agreement in all our things, then why does it not work out that way? Well, here's why. It's because as much as we're talking about shared value, shared mission, shared lifestyle, somebody's got to be the leader on the team, all of these great things, people don't make decisions that way because they don't actually choose based off of everything that we're talking about. People actually end up choosing based off of their feelings, the dopamine, the endorphins. You talk about shared mission. People don't really have a true understanding of what their mission is. They haven't done enough inner work, introspection, time with themselves to know what's my real mission, what's my real value system. Like, people fall into a lifestyle. They find themselves in cycles of lifestyle that they've never really stepped back and examined. So if you don't have a clear understanding of your lifestyle, your vision, your mission, you're not choosing based off of that. But if we did step back and choose based off of that, and we had a marriage by design, we were intentional in designing it based off of, do we have the same world views? Do we have the same values? The same life? If we made decisions based off that, marriage is so much simpler, and it doesn't have to be hard. But we don't choose that way because I landed with this. We have a misunderstanding of what love is. We say, well, you just love, you can't help who you love. We say stupid stuff like that. You love who you love. That's not love. That's dopamine. That's a feeling. That's, endorphin. That's chemical. It's literally chemical. We talk about butterfly. We talk about literal chemicals. People think that's love. That's not love. Like, love is an actual decision, and you make the decision, a sound decision of love is based off of the things that we're talking about. But that's not how people choose. And so that's why it sounds good in us having this conversation, but it don't work out like that because people don't choose based off of the wisdom that we're talking about right now.
Gotcha. Anybody else want to speak on this?
Hey, you see Shannon's facial expression? I want to hear what Shannon got to say.
Shannon's going to say, no, this is marriage is some bullshit.
Shannon, what you got?
No. I listen. One thing I Brandon was saying that, well, I agree with a lot of everybody and not a lot of everybody. One thing that Brandon had mentioned, he was saying, I want men to change the way they think and speak these days. But then Brandon turned around and ended it perfectly. So I think he was thinking the right thing, but not saying the right thing initially. And what has happened a lot is ambiguity has caused a lot of problems and confusions with women these days. And I want men to be more specific with their words. Like the whole thing, let's get on the same page. We got to eradicate that phrase. Let's get on the same page. No, you write the page and she gets on it. And that's what Brandon ended up.
Okay.
That's what he circled around at the end back and said. I was like, all right, cool. So we gotta be clear. Getting on the same page is that whole partnership, the whole power couple shit. And that stuff has been a problem. If you write the page and she gets on it, you give her, I think Brandon used the word playbook. And she's like, okay, I like this play, and I think this would be a great actual play for us to do. Then everything is going to work out. It's been proven for thousands of years. The fact that we've gotten away from that has caused a lot of problems. According to the question at the bottom, marriage is a team sport, shared mission, shared values, shared lifestyle. I'm a no, yes. I'm a no, yes on that one. The reason why I'm a no is back to what I just talked about, the shared mission, right? The mission is yours. The mission is going to be Mr. Let Go's when he gets married. The mission is going to be Dr. Humble Dad's when he gets married. The mission needs to be yours, right? And then she gets on that playbook. So it doesn't need to be shared. It needs to be, this is what we're doing. This is what we're focusing on. And this is, where we're going. You want to go? Because I'm going with or without you. This is what's happening. I can get there faster with you. It'll be a lot easier with you. And I will succeed even further with you. But I'm still going without you. So do you want to go with me? And if she's with you, then cool. The mission is yours. The values is a yes. You got to have the same values. Absolutely. Those need to be shared between you and your woman for the rest of your lives. That's one of the things that, I always tell people about the standards and the preferences. And a lot of people like to take those two lists and make them one big jumbled list. And that's the reason why they're confused in their dating life, as opposed to taking and separating the list and having a standards list and a preferences list where the preferences change over time. Standards typically stay with you for the rest of your life. So your values need to be kind of the same between you and your woman. And then the lifestyle thing, Mr. Let Go nailed it. Hobby and lifestyle is two different things, but they're dangerously close. You know what I'm saying? So fashion, eating and nutrition, praise and worship, comfort in your living spaces, the kind of cars you guys drive. That's lifestyle. Now, if you want to play if she don't like football and you love football, that's okay. But if you love outdoor sports and love hiking and love, you know what I'm saying, jet skiing and love fucking going snowboarding every winter, you know what I'm saying? You want to go with the Black Ski Weekend for the week, and she's just a homebody and like to read, and she don't like to do none of that kind of stuff. That's, even though those are hobbies, because they blend over into lifestyle, it could be problematic. So that's why the lifestyle part still needs to be on the same sheet of music. Don't be somebody who loves to skydive and you got a woman who's scared of heights. That could be problematic because you're going to want to do things that she doesn't want to do. Don't have somebody that loves to go to McDonald's and you a vegan. Don't have somebody that's, atheist and you praise and you go to church. So lifestyle has to be on the same sheet of music. What's the second one? Values have to be on the same sheet of music, but mission needs to be defined by the leader, the head of the household. And so then everybody in that household jumps on that. Go ahead.
Okay. So, but to that point, if it's defined by the leader of that household, but everybody jumps on it, then everybody is still on shared mission at that point.
No, it's not shared because you might change the mission.
And then they got to change what they getting on board with. Yeah. If you're the leader, I'm saying, do you feel it would be problematic if I had it? We got the same values, we got the same lifestyle, and I'm saying this the mission, and she's like, I ain't getting on that mission. That's going to end up in problems.
Well, that's exactly what's happening these days. That's exactly what that's exact. I want to do this, and I use the cars all the time. I want a black BMW. He wants a black BMW. She wants a white Mercedes, right? And so, which one do you get? You only got the money right now to pick up one luxury vehicle. Which one do you get? And maybe in your mind, you got you want to get the SUV next year, and then you want to get the sports car the year after that, and then you start maybe you'll get a boat. You got this whole plan in terms of your family vehicles, but you're gonna start with the black BMW. But then she's like, no, I want a white Mercedes Benz, and that's what we getting.
Well, this is let me explain this because this is real simple. This is real simple. You are the bus and the woman is a passenger. you have to have a description of where the hell you going on the side of the bus. And the woman has to be able to see the description of where the bus is actually going. And she has to make a choice to get on the bus.
Oh, I'm gonna steal that.
Let go. I'm stealing that the bus with you. And as a woman,
I like that.
You sit back and just relax. You know, you can sit and talk to the bus driver and all this other stuff, but this is where we going.
Whenever she decides to do something different, and you saw the sign. You saw the sign.
Exactly. And whenever she decides to do something different, she could just ring the bell and just get off the bus. And guess what? What the bus is going to do? Just like Shan said, keep the fuck going.
But Mr. Let Go,
last I checked, there's only one driver. There's only one driver. It's not two drivers. It's not three. It's only one damn driver.
There's one bus. The bus is going to go regardless of what the woman wants.
Mr. Let Go, you gotta do a full clip of the bus driver joint because you know that's your favorite. That's your favorite analogy, right? You regurgitate that one, and every time you say it, everybody likes it.
I never heard it. I'm gonna steal it and I'm gonna put his
name. I never heard that either.
Shan never heard it.
I definitely heard it. Hey Shan, don't worry about it. I done stole it before. I done said it on my live too.
I'm definitely borrowing that shit. Just so you know, Let Go.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
The only thing he said.
Hold on, Ali. I want to get some other people in here real quick so we can move on. Ricky, you got something on this?
Oh, I just wanted to say, I just want to say, y'all can use the bus analogy, but a lot of y'all niggas can't drive.
I was thinking the same thing, Rick. I think the same thing. They don't got their L's. Niggas do not know how to use an air brake.
Hey, yo.
They don't know how to turn.
Go ahead, Ricky.
They don't understand that tail swing.
Ricky a one-liner, boy. I tell you.
They're not gonna like that one. Hey. But Shannon, to your point about the decision like with the car, the BMW versus the Mercedes, this is where values ties into to mission. So it's interesting that you bring up that scenario where one wants one thing, one wants the other thing, because the clip that was played, that's Alex Hormozy's lady Hormozy, and I'm a big fan of Alex Hormozy. He be dropping gems in business, but I remember him talking about the one rule they have in their relationship is if we don't agree on the decision, then we don't move forward. And I'm like, Alex, mad respect on business, success, all of that. Stick to that because that's crazy, right? Like a decision has to be made. And our value system, because we have shared values, the way it rolls in my household, right? And I think in the sound relationship is there's a leader. And as a good leader, as somebody who knows how to drive the bus, it's my job to get Law to buy in, to be able to lead her and get her on the same page. But if we do have that rare situation where I've led, I tried to get the Law to buy in, I broke it down for her, and we still don't come to the same page, we both have the same value system that if we don't agree, I make the final call, right? And so somebody has to have that. So I thought it was real interesting because, she was the one in the clip, and I know that's what they say in their relationship. If we don't have come to the decision together, then we don't make the decision. Well, this is where values come, like interconnects to the mission. If you had a value system that, hey, there's one head, any organization has got more than one leader, just don't work. So as a good leader, as a good bus driver, you got to get the buy-in, you got to lead properly and bring them along. But if it don't always work out that way, we both have the same value system that, hey, at the end of the day, the buck stops with you. So
and now I would ask about the bus analogy real quick, just the bus analogy, and to go with what Ricky was saying, some dudes just don't know how to drive. Like, so does that also in the line with that? Most dudes don't really have a direction,
but
they don't really have an idea of where to go and how to get there.
It's a woman's job to, when she gets on the bus, to be able to make sure the bus is going in a direction that where it's said on the side.
Yeah, but remember, I'm saying, but we talking
there's always a little bell up there that tell her, like, you know what? I don't like how this guy's driving. I want to get off. It's always that bell. You can get, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of women don't hit the bell and get the hell off the bus when they realize either the bus driver can't drive, he's going too fast, or he's not going in the direction that was on the side of the bus. She could just hit that bell and get off whenever she wants to.
Yeah, I'm with you though. But if we talking about king talk, right? We talking to kings. Hopefully, is what we're trying to do. We're trying to tell these young dudes or these older dudes that you need to have a plan, right? Like if you're trying to build your legacy, you need to have a plan in which in the way that it should go. Because as once again, as I always quote John Maxwell, success rises and falls on leadership. The reason why the earth and the sin became into the world was because Adam was disobedient. You know what I'm saying? So yes, women have some role to play, but if we're talking about trying to build relationships and trying to have this bus going in the right direction, that man literally needs to know exactly where he's going and how he's going to get there, right? And she has the option to get on to get off. But I'm speaking to the men that are like, okay, if you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do, and you have a sense of direction and you have a sense of structure, and this woman is still on your bus, but she's not alluding and she's not coming to the position of sharing your mission, your values, and also your lifestyle, then you can actually get her off the bus. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that she's choosing to be on the bus, but as a man, you can also tell her she got to get off the bus because she's not following the directions in which the direction of the bus driver is going, is what I'm saying.
Hold on, y'all. I want to get to Rio real quick, and then we get final thoughts. Go ahead, Rio. What you want to get in on this?
Yeah, I'm pretty much in agreement with the majority. I think for me, shared mission. I think it depends on how we want to look at it. If she's on board with your mission, I think that is somewhat of a shared mission. Her mission is yours. Shared values, very important. It's very difficult, I think, to be on one accord if we have two different value systems, right? As far as shared lifestyle, I just think it's dope when you have that. I'm not saying a marriage won't work when you don't, but I think that you'll find some lapses in support if you don't. Hypothetically speaking, let's say, for instance, you're in a bike club. Doesn't necessarily mean she needs to learn to ride a bike. However, I imagine there's some days when she's on the back of yours when y'all go out to ride. If you box, she doesn't necessarily have to, watch fights to the extent that you watch fights. However, she's probably invested in helping you keep track of your nutrition. And I'm sure she's in the crowd at your fights. She immerses herself enough in order to support you, right? So there has to be some overlap and vice versa. So nothing too long-winded involved in that, but I think when we're talking about a team, I don't think there's any way to separate these three items completely from a healthy marriage, I'd say.
All right. Anybody want to close us out on this? Anybody else?
Yeah, I want to say something real quick. I kind of want to get back on what Dr. Humble-Dad was saying. I want to preface anything that I said before this was for the brothers that have a mission. Everything I said is for the brothers that have direction, that know where they're going, know what they're doing, and is clear cut on what they want. Because if you're lost and you're trying to figure your shit out and still try to get it together and all that, you don't need to have nobody on your damn bus. You need to get yourself together as a man first, whether that's your finances or your job situation or anything with your foundational stuff needs to be in some kind of order before you try to let anybody on your bus. So I just want to make that clear by the things that I said and how I said it, and maybe the attitude I might have when it comes to dealing with women and dealing with relationships and that kind of stuff is because I know my purpose, I know my direction, I know where I'm going, and I know what I want. So just want to make that clear.
100%. You nailed it, because a man that don't know his mission in life is a man that don't know what direction to drive in. So Dr. Jordan Peterson said that if a man don't know his purpose in life, then he's technically not competent, right? If you're not competent, that means you're not a competent driver, and then everybody that's on that bus need to get the hell off that bus.
It's at risk, yeah.
You know what I mean? It is at risk. So I definitely agree. I'm glad Mr. Lego brought up the bus driving analogy again, because I haven't heard that in a while from him. But yeah, I think that we all in agreement on that one. Shout out to Ricky for challenging those who don't know how to drive.
No, I think at the end of the day, I agree a little bit with what everybody is saying. But the truth of the matter is that to use the bus analogy, right? And I do agree with it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that your woman should see that if you're looking to do positive things and you're moving in a positive light, it should be easy for her to follow suit. You know what I mean? If she doesn't, and you know in your heart you're doing the right things, you got an easy decision to make. That's all I'm gonna say to the fellas.
All right. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and move on. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the sponsor, T Channel again. Go ahead and get to these super chats real quick. Candy B with a $9.99, also a member. Super chat, salute to you. We have Crown Reese became a member. Shout out to you. Welcome to Green Gang.
Shout out to Crown Reese.
Shout out to my mans with the $49.99 Purple Pill Pod. Make sure you guys go over there and subscribe to the channel. He's actually bringing he's doing some great things over there, man. Some great things. So make sure you guys go ahead and follow over there. I'm trying to get my I was late with it, but better late than never, right? Your woman can make or break you. The perfect teammate is going to take the right man to stratosphere. People be caught up in what they want all the time instead of what's best for the team. Men and women need to both check themselves, though. So shout out to you, Purple Pie. Appreciate you, sir. Doug Will, $2 salute. And lastly, we have Toy Bands, $4.99. Where's Chicago Gorilla, JR? Chicago Gorilla is supposed to be here. I thought I talked to him. I sent him the link, so maybe something came up. I'm not really sure. But salute to my brother. Hopefully I see him next week. What else we got? I think that's all super chats for right now. Hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Moving on to our next topic. We're going to switch it up a little bit then. I got a question for the men. Men, gentlemen, that's on the panel right now and even in the chat. Let's say you're with your woman, right? And let's say y'all doing date night, going to dinner or something like that. And after dinner, as you guys are entering a restaurant, you get out valet, some guy says some disrespectful shit to you or your lady. What do you do at that moment? What do you do?
Walk away.
Okay, you walk away?
Yep.
Anybody else?
Probably
trick me out the streets.
Probably wouldn't dignify it with a response, depending upon how direct it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a little. You said disrespect me or my lady, but me, I'm a little tricky.
Yeah, so not hands on. Not hands on at that point, because hands on is like automatic.
Okay, yeah.
So let's say it's not hands.
That makes a big difference.
Let's say, hey, shorty, you got fat ass booty, like right in front, just right up in front of you, or I don't even know why you with that. I don't even know why you with that simp ass ninja.
Oh yeah.
Do you walk away? Do you say
I don't. Can I preface this that I'm only 34. I might be the youngest person up here.
I'm the youngest person up here, Rob.
Right? I might be the youngest person up here. I'm only 34. So I'm not even going to sit there and lie to you. I'm not all the way reformed yet. I can take disrespect, but I'm more protective over my loved ones. So, like me, I've learned I can take something, move it away. As long as you're not getting physical, I'm good, right? I let people say whatever they want this time. But my wife and my children, a little different. And mind you, I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm gonna preface this to say that I'm only 34. I'm walking by to get in the car, and some nigga like, "Oh, shorty, you got the fattest ass." This, that, and the third. I'm not.
Why you went that simp nigga?
Yeah. Yeah, listen, I'm not even gonna sit there and hold you. I'm bring the drama. I'm bringing the drama to your front lawn. I'm dead serious.
Oh no, I'm a little different than Mr.
So
I
Ali,
get mad when he
Ali,
keeps saying it.
Listen,
Like,
I'm not saying that
I got you.
I'm not
I got
saying
you.
that I'm right.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you. Because hey, I respect the transparency and your preference. I get to catch your preference. You young, you ain't always reformed. But you also said, you know, when it comes to my family, my girl, my kids, I'm gonna be more protective. You bringing it to the front lawn right there in that spot, is that actually offering more protection to your lady?
Yeah, you just more dumb, not more protective.
I'm gonna take
yeah,
whatever.
Listen, so is that really in that scenario? Is that really going to offer more protection to her, or is that going to offer more protection to your ego?
I'm not. Listen,
my ego.
Listen,
ego for sure.
My ego.
Let me say this: it's not even probably. Yes, my ego is there. Listen, I'm gonna submit whatever criticism that y'all have for me at this point in time.
It's not criticism. I'm just asking.
No, I'm going to say, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. You know, one of the things that strikes us, I think, if one day I send it to JR and JR could preface this. I think Malcolm X said this. He said, if you ever wanted to get underneath a Muslim skin, attack his woman, and that's just not physical. Let me finish. If you disrespect our women, I could assure you, and you don't, that doesn't mean that you had to put your hands on them. If you, any type of disrespect, we don't play that, for the record. So I'm not going to sit there and hold you. I'm not saying that I'm right, and I accept any criticism that anyone on the panel might have for me. If you disrespect my woman, I'm bringing a drama to your front lawn.
Hold on. Let go before anybody say anything. Let's just take the woman out. Let's say he just disrespect you, right?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, so let's say like he walk up to you like and kind of bump you like you a hoe ass nigga. I'll take your bitch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just
listen.
Look.
They are. I'm
gonna tell him to try to do it. You're not gonna make it quick, Rashawn. You just talk for 10 minutes.
And then, like, is it a difference? Is it a difference between somebody doing it online than in person?
Yeah, definitely. Online, everybody tough. Everybody in it. Listen, let me tell you. Everybody eat their G-Unit cookies. So at the end of the day, real quick. Listen, I don't mind people.
Rashawn, you just talk for 10 minutes.
Go ahead,
Rashawn. Hold on. Let me say this.
I was just answering James' question, bro.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Let me say this as the youngest person on this panel. the number one thing we as men have to do in order to protect our families is not go to jail, not get shot, and not die. You sitting around talking about who you think you talking to. Next thing you know, you get shot. He gonna be fucking your girl.
Pew.
You know how many dudes is literally fucking their girls because his dumb ass want to be like, who you think you talking to? Now he either dead or in jail. Nobody gonna trick me off no goddamn streets. I'm a fucking star. All right. Security. Get this nigga out of here. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm too important to my community and my wife, my kids, or whatever to be arguing with some degenerate. He walks up and says, I'm gonna take your bitch.
Who ain't got shit to lose?
Exactly. A dude look at me and say, I'm gonna take your bitch. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm gonna keep walking. If somebody says, yo, she got a fat ass.
You can't afford a motherfucker.
Hold on. If she says, yo, your girl got a fat ass, I'm be like, I know, right? The fuck?
Yeah, I ain't reached your stardom yet, Mr. Lego. So again, I'm broke and I don't got it.
Security.
Now we're saying that a little bit facetious.
If anything, it's a level of restraint at the end of the day. It's a level of restraint. It really comes down to. Sorry about that, James.
It's a level of confidence. I'm too
right.
Argue with no people.
We saying that, Ali. You saying that in just like, hey, I'm broke on that level yet. And you know, you probably got some paper. We you know, you was talking about the YouTube money earlier, right? So we know you got paper. You said it in jest, but it really is a lot of the times for our people. a situation of our men not having power, right? Like the actual more power you really have, the more you gonna, brush something off. And when you are stripped of actually having real power, then you have to display your power through hypermasculine theatrics, because that's the last thin veil of power display that you actually have. I turn this bitch, like you have to show this theatrical pseudo masculinity, because you ain't got no real power. So you do fight every single battle on your front doorstep, versus know how to have real power and move and fight battles 2, 3, 5 steps ahead. Where am I? When JR was even giving a scenario, I was like, I can't really, like, I don't really be in spaces like that. Like, so.
Hold on. So I think most men think about their woman's reaction too when they get home, when you did a ride home. I think that probably weighs heavy on them. Let me play this clip and then we'll get back into it.
Get your ass whipped. And I think that's why so many brothers is dying. And it's an ego battle. Like, you could die about an ego war out here. It could be an ego war. You a bitch. No, you a bitch. It's cool if we together. Because a lot of niggas, I done seen situations in the penitentiary, on the streets, where as though when it's close proximity and me and Bank beefing, yeah, fuck you, you a bitch ass nigga. No, you a bitch ass nigga. And it might be just me and his homeboy, my homeboy, we could walk away from that. But if that shit on this internet, one of us gotta die. Mm-hmm. And this thing right here, this device, a lot of deaths jumped off. And I know we responsible as humans for ourselves, but a motherfucker will kill you about embarrassing them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because we all value what people think of us and how we being seen. Nobody want to just say, you know what, I'm gonna take that L, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take it. A motherfucker rather kill you, go online and say, yeah, nigga, what? What now? And go do life in prison. Because it's like we got to be accepted in the hood. This cool shit is killing us, right? Yeah. Everything is about cool. Like I told this young nigga, he was like, oh, man, I'm trying to get some money. I said, listen, I'm going to hook you up, you know what I mean, with these people that's going to give you a gig, man, a nice. He tell me, man, listen, I went down there hollering and I ain't doing that. My OG called me like, yo, man, the youngin' came down. We was going to hook him up real nice. He wasn't with it. So he said, man, I ain't going to be. I said, okay, let me tell you something, nephew. You too cool for everything.
You're listening to Big Facts with Big.
I agree with that. I agree with every.
Hey, before you go, Ali, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, Dr. Humble.
What do you have to gain by retaliating?
Other than stupidity?
No, Mr. Lego, let me. What do you have to gain by responding to that person?
Well, it depends on the situation. Like as JR said, if somebody on the internet, I don't go. If you notice, I don't.
No, say what the scenario.
I'm not.
No, the scenario is that he's in front of you.
Oh, and he's
in person.
And
what do you have to gain?
He bumps me, and JR say he bumps me and says, "You a bitch ass nigga," and he bumps me. I listen. If I'm aggressed or attacked in any shape, form, or fashion, I fight with
attacked
me. If somebody bump me and tell me I'm a bitch ass nigga, that's he physically put his hands on me. What are you talking about?
All right, let's go back to the first scenario.
He just walked past you and just said some words like,
I'm in teacher mode.
Oh, then that's different. I'll just say if somebody walk past me and say, even now I've grown to the fact of saying that I let that rock out. Like,
okay, what about the first scenario where he said,
you bump your shoulder. You bump your shoulder.
Just hold on a moment.
Listen, now the first scenario where he's talking about somebody's disrespecting
your girl,
wife, right? If you disrespect my wife or my children, I'm going to bring the drama to your front lawn.
Okay. So let's go back and
what I got to gain from that is that my wife
is going to be bailing you out of jail.
No, I'm not.
Let him finish.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, what I got to gain from that is that my wife can operate knowing that she can walk without a man disrespecting her, and she can feel more safe if she's with me, knowing that I'm not going to just allow somebody to disrespect her in any shape, form, or fashion. If you hear a lot of complaints with women that men say the most craziest things to them, and and that's why they be having a perception of men the way how they are. They don't feel protected.
Well, so if you're dead and in jail, though, you can't protect them.
Come on, bro. Come on,
y'all. Hold on.
Come on, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, y'all can sit up here and say what y'all would do and shit, but goddamn, Mr. Let Go can't even let nobody finish a goddamn conversation, let alone let somebody that's talking shit to him in real life just walk past. Get the fuck out of here, bro. The point is that the truth of the matter is that you're not gonna know what you do in that situation, depending on how you feeling at that moment. That's the honest to goddamn truth. Now, you can say, I try not to do this shit. I'm going to try my best not to fuck this nigga up, right? But most times, y'all trying to act like y'all just walked away from shit when somebody was disrespecting you. The truth is this. This the goddamn truth. At this point in my life, about to be 50 years old, I'm going to think about it. I got shit to lose, right? But the truth is, if that man keep pushing you, you going to put pause on that motherfucker.
But that's not what the
but that was not
is.
the question, though.
That's not the question, Ricky. You just want to woof up at somebody. I know what I will do in that particular scenario. If I'm walking by a dude, he say something about my lady's ass or something like that, I'm still fucking walking. My number one job is to make sure that my lady gets home safe. I ain't sitting on the phone with nobody's mama, nobody's daddy, answering where the fuck my daughter at. My number one job is her, not me. I ain't worried about what nobody else said, because guess what? He's not saying it to her. She's saying it to me. I mean, he's saying it to me. She got fat ass. He's talking to me. So the whole thing about people catcalling women, it's a difference. If a dude is catcalling your lady when you're not around, hell yeah, she feels scared because there's nobody to protect her. But if your woman is being catcalled while you're around, that's a totally different scenario, because you ain't gonna let the man touch her. And that's the difference. We're gonna keep fucking walking.
I want to go, but I want to hear what Shannon got to say, because Shannon being quiet.
Yeah, he has been quiet.
I'm just listening. I know Mr. Let Go ain't getting no pussy that night.
You deserve it. Bro.
Nah,
no pussy.
It's dumb.
I ain't gonna say
fucking body.
Yo, let me tell you something. We used to be on some, I used to be very ignorant, pushing up on girls while they mans is there. We especially with a group of us, like, shorty, what's up with you? Yo, I'm in the, the dudes don't say nothing, the whole 9 yards. We slip numbers because, like, bro, you go right. Listen, the only thing I'm saying is this: I'm 34. I'm gonna call it the way it is. I'm just gonna keep it. I haven't rose to that level of discipline that Mr. Let Go and Brother James has, of just walking away at somebody talking about, yo, damn, your bitch got a fat ass. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm good.
So this go back to like shared values too, because Shan said you ain't getting no pussy that night. My wife would want me to walk away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got the same value system and understanding. To like, I got stuff to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, and this ain't coming at you, Ali, because you said, hey, you just admitting and calling it what it is on the ego, and I'm cool with that, right? And so what I'm saying is, do what you want to do, just understand and call it for what it is. So if you're saying, yo, I know I'm not really offering protection to her, I'm really offering protection to my ego, and that's what I care about more, rock on, because at least you understand that's what you're doing. But don't say you offering her protection and you really protecting your ego.
Thank you.
And you trying to conflate the two.
It's both, because I submitted.
Hold on. Let me say one last point. I'll let you go, Ali. Because
out of here, bro.
You were talking about as well, like our women talk about feeling protected, and that's the issue. We place too much premium on our women's feelings and her feeling protected versus actually being protected. I don't care about our women feeling protected as much as I care about them actually being protected. Fact. And because my wife has the same value that I do, because of the leadership, because I know how to drive the bus, and she gonna be on the same page. She knows the difference, the same way I know the difference in you feeling protected and our egos feeling like we had to do something for our ego versus we went on the rest of the night, enjoyed a nice dinner, and Shan, I am gonna get I'm gonna tap that.
Listen, and it's not only ego that you guys think that you're protected. I get. You guys remember when we were in Atlanta during the Atlanta meetup? We were sitting on stage. We talked about Will Smith and that slap, and I think it was it me and Rilla. I said I'd be turning tables over in that motherfucker. Much shout out to Chris Rock, but I'd be turning tables over. Now in this situation, I get it. I'm one of the oldest on the panel, and I think that and my ego is fragile. I have a fragile ego. Motherfucker talking shit to me, I'm turning tables over, brothers. I'm sorry. I am. And now here's the thing. And it's not always about me protecting my ego. You know what? A punch in the mouth is an educator too.
100%.
You know who I'm protecting? I'm protecting the next motherfucker that this dude is think that he could talk shit to, because if I walk away, he's now emboldened. This is what happens with white supremacy. This happens with all kind of motherfuckers. Oh, you bitch ass nigga. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then I might save his life by knocking his ass out, because the next motherfucker might put a gun in his mouth. I might protect the next woman that don't have a man around because he got emboldened when a man was around. Now he's attacking women. There's a lot of things that can be protected by beating the shit out of a motherfucker who thinks they can say what they want to say to anybody when they want to say it. So just take that into consideration, brothers. Now, me personally,
Shan fighting crime out here.
Me, I grew up in Los Angeles, and you can't take some things out of me. I got a lot to lose too. And Mr. Let Go makes a perfect point. I'm in prison or I'm dead, and motherfuckers is at the eulogy talking about that the nigga was a real nigga. He dead, but he was a real nigga. I get what you're saying, but I cannot imagine a motherfucker. I'm pumping gas and in my car, and a motherfucker walks up to me and says, "You bitch ass." I don't see myself just hurrying up with my gas and shit, and then doing that.
I'll just spraying with some gas.
Yes, I'll be that bitch, nigga. Whatever, man. Let me get out of here because I just want to get home safe. I don't see myself doing that.
Listen, I remember when we talked about the Will Smith and Chris Rock slap. Right, I remember we had that conversation, and I was like, "Dude, put his hands on me like it's gonna be a different story, right?" And Shannon, I remember you said, "Dude should have just walked away. He did the right thing because he was in front of so many different people, and that he did the exact thing that he should have done, and he probably should have handled it backstage." That's exactly what you said.
Yes. Yeah. I said yes. He did in that profession. Remember, I said it's because it was the Oscars. Remember, I told you I'm a member of the Academy. Yeah. I said because of the situation and the environment, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. I don't know that I would have been able to do that, but he did exactly what you said.
Well, Shannon, I don't think
we know you would have been able to. We know you would have been able to. You know,
Shannon, I don't think he would have did that.
And that's the point. You might say that your wife. I think that all of our wives might want us to walk away. Yes. However, you can bet your bottom dollar she's thinking about somebody else who could protect her. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you this, James. Just to be real. Listen, if the minute that you walk away from a guy saying, "Yeah, your wife got a fat ass," you're like, "Come on, babe, let's just get in the car." The next argument that you have with her, you acting all big and buff. You want to come? You want to talk
your bitch ass down?
I promise you that
nigga said something to you.
Hold up.
No, that's y'all with it.
Hey, I need to hear you, Rio.
Pick the wrong one if she got that mindset.
Sit your bitch ass down. You ain't gonna
let Ricky go. But that's
you about that woman telling you, "Shut your bitch ass up. You ain't gonna do nothing." Remember what you did last time, nigga? Shut up.
That's exactly what James was talking about, though, as far as value system. So I totally agree with that. But what I would do, right? Like I told y'all before, I owe that man a warning. I owe him a warning shot, right? So, bro, chill out. Hey, man.
At the very least.
Right?
Wrong one. Hey, right? You better keep going. Wrong one.
Right. I owe you a warning shot. That's a man moving in honor, even though he's moving in disrespectful. I'm a stand in honor. So when I beat the brakes off his ass, he know he had his chance.
I respect that, Ricky. Now I take that. But they were saying, Ricky, wait, because I'm not going to allow you to save them on this one. Ricky, that's not what they said. Mr. Let Go, first of all, and James was saying that the minute that the dude, damn, your bitch got a fat ass. Come on, babe, just get in the car. Just feel low, bro.
No, I said, I know, right? I said, oh yeah, I know, right? That's
that
what
scene
I said.
from the movie Crash. Remember that scene from the movie Crash where the cop?
Oh yeah, nah, yeah. That's
with Tandy Newton.
Yeah, nah, that's
you better not raise your voice at your woman ever again if you just spit off like that. I promise you. You can be like,
no, I'm gonna turn around and be like, oh yeah, I know she got a fat ass. I'm about to tap that shit in another hour.
They're gonna be like, you only tough to women, you ain't tough to no men. When a man say something,
Hey,
now
I
you act like
I want to hear what Rio got to say, bro.
Go ahead, Rio.
Me too. I think when it comes to women, two things can be true. I think it's in their nature to be concerned about the outcome. However, I think most women would want you to defend their honor. You know, I think that it's one thing to say that you're a protector, and it's another thing to show it. You know, I think Ricky was spot on. You know, if words are exchanged, and it can end there, that's best case scenario. But if it escalates and that person becomes more threatening or dangerous, at that point, you need to know how to defend yourself and your woman, protect her. Right? I think a woman is likely in her ideals to prefer a warrior over a walk-awayer if she's in danger. You know what I mean? Or if she's being threatened, harassed, or disrespected. Let's call it what it is. It's threatening, it's harassing, and it's disrespectful to you and to her. Right? So for me personally, I might have a hard time sleeping at night if that were to occur and I was not able to properly address the situation.
She gonna be in all sweats and a bonnet.
Not like it's on your mind, right, Shan? Like now I got it. I got a battle with it over
like this. Like good night, nigga.
And then in her mind, she's wondering, you know, whether or not I am who she thought I was. In way of her protector, whether or not she says it to you or not, you know what I mean? That's in question. And so I think we still got to realize, yes, we're valuable. We absolutely are valuable, but we are still men. We're men. And we're not operating in fear.
You know, on the flip side though, Rio, what would Bruce Lee do?
I think Bruce Lee would try his best to avoid confrontation. And I understand that. I really do. I understand.
See, that's martial arts, right?
Yeah.
That's what they teach.
You don't want to have to take it there. You really don't. At the same time, when
Dragon.
At the same time, when it's you and it's your wife.
But King, those are just words, though. But those are words, though.
And more context.
Those are words.
Words can also be harassed.
Y'all allowing your wife
one at a time.
Who you actually are. You're allowing your wife or what your fucking woman thinks to dictate what your fucking next move is. That means
if that's a question, Mr. Let Go, absolutely not, because I'm already that way. That's the thing. You know what I mean? So I'm that way, and then now I have her to protect. And so now it becomes imperative.
Bro, I don't give a fuck what she thinks. This is my shit.
But notice I said I would have a hard time sleeping.
Fuck you, bitch.
Within myself.
That's how I look at it.
Let Go say, "Come on, bitch."
Women do not dictate what men do. You either do something, you don't. You ain't like, well, I ain't gonna do it because she gonna be. Fuck her. My job is to survive and make sure everything needs to be done in my territory. And he's not disrespecting her. He's disrespecting you. This is you. Your woman does not get disrespected when you're around. You get disrespected. This is about you and the man. And my job is to make
Mr. Let Go.
Hold on.
That's ridiculous. The only reason she does not get disrespected when I'm around is because I'm there to defend her. That's why.
Hey, hold on for a second.
Disrespect and harassment is disrespect and harassment. It doesn't matter who's in the room.
Yeah, like I want to speak on this for a second because I cannot.
Bad, man.
Yeah, because I can understand what Rio is saying is that you have to have situational awareness, right? So if a threat is coming, she needs to know, or she should know that if anything pop off, that you're able to protect her, right? It's not saying you got to do anything stupid. So if he comes within a certain like personal space of you guys, then that's when you get off that warning. If he proceeds to do anything else, she needs to have an understanding that you're going to be able to protect them in that moment. So unlike what Mr. Let Go is saying, or what at least I think people are hearing, is that the minute that he says something to him, he's going to just avoid the situation. I do understand when people have stuff to lose, but a woman, in my opinion, still has to understand that there's a level of protection. If a woman has ever asked you, can you fight? Have you ever had a fight before? She's asking for a reason. She's asking for a reason. I'm pretty sure you guys have dated a woman that has asked you that. Why does she just ask you? Why does she randomly ask you that? Maybe she might have been in a situation where she had a guy she was dating, or a husband, ex-husband, or something like that, and he wasn't able to protect her. It is important to most women. It's not saying you got to do something stupid. It's not saying you got to just react emotionally. You got to be able to assess that situation in that moment. And if there is a potential threat, not necessarily words, it's like, hey, knock that shit off, man. If he wants to proceed any closer, then you have to be able to act. That's why it's up for us. I want to tell guys to take some martial arts, take some self-defense classes, take a concealed carry class just in case it happens. But you got to know what you're doing. You got to understand the consequence behind it if you misuse that weapon. But just knowing how to de-escalate in certain situations, you ain't got to kill a motherfucker, but you can put him on his ass a certain way and let him know, like, hey, this ain't what you want, brother. That shit is attractive to women. That's what I think Rio is saying. You ain't got to be stupid, but in my opinion, I think a woman ultimately wants to know that you're able to protect her situation.
JR, you used the term situational awareness, and so I think that's great, because going back to the very first picture that was painted, you say he's walking by and he says something. And I'm like, I'm keeping it moving.
Yeah, you added more,
right,
JR.
Right. Because in situational awareness, if a dude say something and keep going, that's not a threat. Now, what Ricky was saying, hey, if he's standing and Ricky, when he first came in, he said, yo, if he keep going, like, all right, so now the dude loitering and he keep going, yeah, now I'm gonna give him the warning verbal, then it can escalate. But situationally, if a dude walk by and say so, it's just like a dude that's talking a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. You ain't want to fight because you talking. The fact that you still talking show me you're not really trying to do something. So if a dude say something and walk by, man, I'm about to go enjoy dinner.
I went off the direct context of what JR said.
Right. And so I'm gonna say this last thing. As we talk about giving the brothers advice on self-defense and getting concealed, so on and so forth. Also, I think this is a great topic because part of situational awareness is peacetime drills. I'm constantly going through hypotheticals like this in my mind before I get into it, because we don't rise to the occasion. We revert back to our training. So have you done mental reps of, yo, if this happened, what would I do? If that happened, what would I do? So this is a great topic to give us an opportunity to have situational awareness of what's the line. Okay, if he walking by and he's doing that, then I'll act this way. If he ain't walking by, he just standing there and loitering, it is way. If he this close, I'm gonna do this. If he further off, like there's a lot of nuance and context to like what's appropriate response.
However, James, but when he went further on, all right, I'll give you the first part. But when he went further on, y'all still took the same approach. It ain't like even when he added to it.
I didn't say nothing on that, but we talking about the bump part. I ain't say nothing on that.
Oh, okay. So now then that would give you rules to put hands and feet on somebody. Then somebody bump you. Or even, and then he took away the bump. He just said that if somebody he walking up towards y'all talking about, yeah, your bitch got a fat ass, right? The whole 9 yards. That it was I put like this, not you, James, but Mr. Let Go still took the same approach. You hear just allow somebody to mush him in his face and tell somebody,
you being extra.
Hey man, I gotta get home. Hey Shane, hey Ali, he's like he get mushy. I gotta get home, man. I gotta get home. Nah, I don't think Let Go ain't going out like that.
Yo, and expect her to give him some box later on. She was like,
dry as hell, huh? All right, let me go ahead and move on, y'all. If you guys just tuning in, welcome to King talking to Lapeef Network. Just hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. A couple super chats came through from Me University, $2. I might say something slick that'll set them off. All right. Let's go that name again. $5. If I had my firearm on me, she would know and she would feel safe. Any reaction that could turn physical could cost me my freedom.
Thank you.
Get the word.
Y'all niggas sound crazy, man.
See, I think it's just words, right? I get it, but I still think that sometimes you might just gotta say a little something.
And then JR, you gotta remember this.
Of course,
this is
you don't want to go just running.
Of course, like you said, words get words.
Hold on, there's a lot of young men watching this, right? And I think I think it's important it's important for us to make sure that we are making, like we got to protect the people watching. You know what I mean? Because this can actually happen tomorrow at a restaurant with one of the people at the goddamn restaurant or something who's watching, right? Whether it's a woman or a dude, right? So if it's a woman watching and the dude does the right thing and just like, all right, we're just going to keep going because he just said some shit, whatever. Now she can turn around and remember y'all goofy ass niggas. I'm like, instead of him doing the right thing, now she might not get a nigga no pussy or actually might say some crazy shit to him to make him feel like he's less of a man, but he made sure she got home safe. Or if it's a dude watching, he might be like, well, no, the fella said, I need to say something. Now he turn around and say something and do some crazy shit. Now this nigga got to go to jail for the weekend and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or no, nigga, like this shit is stupid. Y'all know how many people, like right now, we in a recession. The crime rate is so fucking high. Niggas is ready to hit niggas over the head. And all y'all want to do is defend some honor. These niggas out here trying to eat. They want you to turn around and say something so they can fuck you up, shoot you, or rob you. Man, you take your ass on. These people ain't fucking playing. This is a different, environment right now. We in a recession. Niggas is looking for a mark. And it's like I was always taught when you driving somewhere and somebody ain't got their lights on, you don't blink your lights at them. Yeah. Cause you're a fucking mark when you respond. See, a lot of the shit that I think of, I ain't been to the military or nothing, but I got a military mindset. I ain't responding to no dumb shit because marks respond to shit. I'm not no fucking mark. Just like when y'all was like, oh yeah, ain't gonna get his ass kicked. I'm looking at y'all like y'all fucking crazy. I don't give a fuck about what y'all think, and I don't give a fuck what my lady think. I give a fuck about the survival tactics of the scenario. What is the protocol to make sure I and my lady and my family make it home safe? Fuck all that other shit.
Didn't the statement just literally say that an ego trip leads you to nowhere? And then you all identified that it's really something that's going against your ego. So you're telling me that your ego, to satisfy your ego, it makes more sense to you than to go home with your wife and your kids.
Listen,
watch what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, right? if the actual thing that the dude is trying to do is to get a rise out of you, that means that you have limited self-control of the scenario.
Bingo.
Okay. So if that individual is able to get you out of self-control, then he's won automatically.
You're a mark,
right? So if you are able to walk away from it, now I'm not talking about he put his hands on you. Then it's different because now it's a point of self-defense, right? But if we're talking about words, that's not what words can get a rise out of you. Then you're a weak dude, like automatically off the rip. Like you're a weak dude if words determine how you respond. You are actually a woman.
That's why let's keep the book. All this
self-defense. Y'all one at a time.
So what I'm saying is, we talk about how women respond all the time out of emotion, but then you literally say, "I'm going to respond out of emotion."
Yeah, y'all niggas.
Then you characterize yourself as a man. Like that's crazy to me. Right?
That's why I said you gotta have a level of like restraint.
Hold on, y'all. You want to finish?
So follow what I'm saying. I'm saying I hate being disrespected. Right? Y'all seen that on the panel. Like I'm going to address you with my words. Right? Now, if you put your hands on me, then we have a different conversation. Right? It's not going to be no talking. Right? But if it's just words, what can words literally do to you if the dude is automatically trying to get you off your square, and he's literally won because you're now swinging, and now he's justified in doing whatever he decides to do, right? You have got to put your ego aside to win the battle, because most dudes that are currently in prison responded out of ego, right? And so we in 70%. I think 70 or 80% are black dudes. Okay. So it's important for us as individuals to respond logically and not emotionally. And if you're responding emotionally, you might as well be in the category as a woman, is what I'm saying.
So how was that? Are you saying, are you authorizing a verbal debate or a verbal battle with this dude in the street? As long as, because if he's just using words, are you saying it's okay for you to just use words?
No, what I'm saying is I don't have time to have this conversation. Is what I'm saying.
Okay,
I do whatever.
I do want to put something else out there real quick. Is there
because I've seen people because some of that I've seen you jump off your square on this panel.
Check.
But it was based on words though.
Okay. I just want
to. But you still got emotions.
I just want to ask this. I just want to ask about personal space. Is there such thing as personal space? Like, if they get so close, do you have to respond at that moment?
Hell yeah.
Yes, immediately.
Most definitely.
Hands on.
Yeah, that's different.
Right.
Punch you in your fucking throat.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. If it becomes a threat, if they come within personal space,
try to switch up
without them putting hands,
No, because
it's more. It's still even more layers and context. It's even more layers and context to it, right? Like you could tell, like situational awareness. You know, somebody's like aggressively walking up on you. Versus somebody, hey man, let me get some change. Hey bro, back up. Versus you really walking up on like it's a lot of nuances and calculations that's going on.
Right. So that's what I was
time. But I want this is important though. This is important. I'm gonna say this because Lego was talking about like we got to be careful of the viewers and people who are watching this that are trying to glean from it.
Right now.
Oh,
okay. All right. Good. No, it's all good. I was just trying to get control. I didn't know what was going on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. I turn my mic up now.
Okay, gotcha. So this all self-defense, this, that, or the third. Listen, there's a difference in fighting and violence. If somebody means you violence, it ain't no, I took boxing, taekwondo, ain't no Krav Maga. Dude, if they really about some violence, right? Like it's been women who have killed men because they were on some violence, stabbing in his sleep or something. Like in London, they got knives. Andrew Tate was talking about this, how like they don't even say, yo, hey, run that. They come up and stab you and then take the stuff off your body while you're on the street. Like there's no self-defense on somebody means you violent. So how I know this dude ain't trying to trick me? It's a setup where he want to get a rise out of me. So I say, oh, yo, what you saying? While I'm distracted on that, somebody else is trying to hit my woman to take her purse up off her and then come up behind me. I don't know, man. People out here is really trying to get too violent sometimes. And so situational awareness, if it's really about protection, I'm trying to read the data of everything. Like I'm in a heightened sense of awareness. The adrenaline is pumping, right? A lot of things physiologically take place when your adrenaline start pumping that put you in defense mechanism. And your number one weapon is this right here. It ain't this. It ain't this. It ain't even it. It's this right here to really be read. Okay, he right here. So, is this sleight of hand? Is this the magician? Watch over here while the real trick is going on over here. Like I'm my sense is going heightened. Like, yo, what? Okay, what's really going on in the scenario? So don't think that like just because you took some boxing classes or some Krav Maga or something that can save you from real violence. The thing that's going to save you from violence is this right here.
It's the mind. And let me just say
final thoughts from this, y'all. Final thought.
Mr. Lego made a point that I like. He said that it's the people that's watching. So I just want to be clear for the people that's watching. We don't play when it comes to our women or children. At the end of the day, you can say everybody can say all of the right things that they want, the whole 9 yards. The reason why our women get the respect that they get is because people before I was even born, right? That they made it easy on me today, which is why I don't have to do what they did before. They made examples out of a lot of people who wanted to disrespect our women. We don't play that at all. Our children and our women, we will get very violent over, period. So this is not you think that you can say whatever you want, depending on your disrespect is going to determine. And people pick and choose when they love Malcolm. I heard plenty of times people like to use Malcolm as that was a leader, the whole 9 yards. But even he, at the head of the class that I'm in today, taught you disrespect our women. You ain't got to just touch them. You disrespect our women, our children, we will get violent over. So people pick and choose when they want to follow Malcolm, when they don't want to follow Malcolm. But it is what it is. Let's go to the next level.
All right. If you guys just tuning in, welcome to King Talk on the Lapeef Network. How my mic sound is good? It's louder?
You good, JR?
I got to leave it here now.
JR is saying everybody shut the fuck up when he's fucking talking.
No,
and y'all
you know what? I had this mic
so long-winded. Some of y'all
and I had a
long-winded.
You talk more than
Read the room.
Be honest,
bro. Again. Hello? All right. Hemi B 499. If she love you, she don't want you locked up or shot over Dusty talking reckless. We can laugh at it on the drive off if she lose respect. Next. Shout out to Onyx Monopoly, $49.99. She always supports the channel, and I see other spaces too. Salute to you. We need our brothers to make it home. So some of the women have spoken. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Moving on to our next topic of the night.
JR, you didn't say what would you do if somebody broke your personal space? 9 to the front, 6 to the rear. Your personal space, your bubble.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to address it at that point. You know, if it comes into personal space, that's your personal space. If you don't protect your personal space,
they didn't touch you. They didn't touch you.
You still got to protect it. You know, so I'm not saying that you have to go to the extreme, but that's why I say everything is situational. So in that moment, what's going on, it's going to be up to you to be able to make a quick decision within that moment as far as what you need to do. But I still think you need to respond at that point. It becomes personal. If they saying stuff from a distance, then you can look back and ignore it. But I think, especially if you're with your lady, you know, I think you have to exercise a certain type of warrior mentality in that moment. You don't have to be stupid. I'm not saying, you know, if you got to conceal the carry, pull out and shoot somebody, but you ever been in a club somewhere, either in a setting and somebody just put their arm on you, just kind of can feel that strength. It's like, you just don't want to fuck with that motherfucker. So like, hey, fam, what you on? Chill out, you know, and sometimes that may be all you need. But if he's within that personal space and you give off that warning, as Ricky say, he want to do something else, then you gotta escalate it at that point.
Yeah, you know, in Taekwondo, I don't know how many guys have taken martial arts, but that's exactly the procedure that they teach in the early classes for Taekwondo. So there's no discussion when it comes to self-defense when somebody breaks your personal space. In Taekwondo, like in nigga fights and street shit, oh nigga, what's up? And you got niggas bumping chests and shit, damn near kissing and all that. That's not in martial arts. You don't do that. If somebody gets close enough, you act, you put them down, you neutralize the threat immediately. You don't even have to talk because they came into your personal space. But as long as they over there, 10 feet away, you can say all the shit you want to say. You can talk all you want over there. The moment you get over here and you get close, there's nothing else to talk about. We ain't bumping chests. Nigga, what you gonna do? Swing then, nigga, swing. All the shit that we grew up in the sandbox, that shit is dismissed. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And then one thing I do want to stress to the people that's watching too, even as grown men, you're never too late to learn a few tricks or something like that in order to be able to defend. It's important for you to be able to defend, whether it's your house, whether you out and about. So I do strongly suggest like martial arts, some type of self-defense class, proper gun training so that you can know how to defuse any situation. You want to be so cold with it that whatever comes your way, you know how to handle it. Under a calm mind, of course. You don't want to respond emotionally because sometimes, you know, that can get you into situations where you have no control. Once they go to the court, you want to kill the motherfucker, they determine it wasn't self-defense, and you out of there. Shout out to Onyx Monopoly again. 49.99 says, at Shannon, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get you back home. Okay, I'm done. Back to the corner.
Okay, wait. Who's on it? Okay, wait. Hold on. Who's on it?
I mean, just click her thing. She may have an IG attached, Shannon.
She cute too. Hey, I'm single. Shit.
Yes, she is.
Let me go to the chat. I was told not to go to the chat, but let me go to the chat. Not for a go
chat on this hot boy shit. Nobody fat out says, please, King, tell us, Trayvon Martin, Ahmaud Arbery, what do you in each of these scenarios? So, shout out to all the super chats that's come through so far. Yeah, it is kind of difficult at these points.
Ahmaud tried to run. He tried to get away from them white boys chasing him in Texas down the street. He tried to run, and Trayvon he got his Skittles and he was trying to go home, but the threat kept coming his way.
Right, a lot
Ahmaud
more.
Arbery, they kept coming. They got out the truck with the shotgun. They kept coming their way.
A lot more people died not defending themselves than defending themselves. Y'all need to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some facts, man. Y'all speaking some facts. Moving on to our next topic of the night, which is it possible to respect someone you don't trust or trust someone you don't respect?
What's that?
Is it possible to respect someone you don't trust or trust someone you don't respect? It's the same thing. It's just spent backwards on the second half of it. But think about that. Let them marinate. I had to let it marinate a little bit too.
I don't think it's possible to respect somebody I don't trust, but I think I can trust somebody that I don't respect.
Agreed.
Yeah. If anything, there's been scenarios where I didn't respect somebody, but I understood how they moved enough where I could trust them, not necessarily that they were going to have my best interest in mind or do what I wanted them to do, but I trusted that I knew how they moved.
Right.
So I could trust. I know exactly, what the scenario is going to be like, because I don't really respect you like that, but I understand you. So I trust that I know, how you gonna move.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's possible to trust somebody you don't respect because you're gonna trust them to be them. You see what I'm saying? You understand that person gonna do what they're gonna do regardless. So you ain't gotta respect them, but you trust them because you know how they gonna move. But to respect somebody you don't trust, I don't think that's possible.
I think you can do both, and the reason being it depends on the situation. Like, I can respect somebody that I don't trust. I don't trust. I wouldn't trust him farther than I could throw him, but I could respect whatever great work that this person has done or what this person means to the group. At the end of the day, that doesn't mean that I actually trust the person, but I could respect his position in his life. And I agree with Ricky on the second part where he says that I could trust somebody that I don't respect. I think it goes hand in hand. Really, in reality, it just all depends on the circumstance and the situation and who the person is. I'm thinking about it right now as I was saying it, as I'm saying it. I do know a couple of people that I know I don't trust, but I do respect them. I got a certain level of respect for them.
Anybody else want to chime in on this?
Hey, Ali, I think that's interesting. You say a certain level of respect. I think both respect and trust, like there's levels to it. Right?
That's right. Yeah.
So like there's a book, Speed of Trust. Like we think, oh, you got to earn trust, but we really give trust up front initially until trust is broken, right? Like if you meet somebody, hey, what's your name? Hi, where you from? Oh, what do you do for a living? They told you what they do, where they from, and you don't be like, yo, I don't trust you, right? Unless you get some blaring inconsistency, something just like, yo, they just don't seem right. Like you just give them. There's a certain level of trust that you just give people, right? Mm-hmm. So, but if you start to like really lose, levels of respect, I think levels of respect and levels of trust go together. So, it is levels to it, I think.
Yeah, I have to revamp now that you say that, because like Mr. Lee in the chat said, like if you got an enemy, right, you still respect them for his capabilities. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not that you trust him. You don't trust him because he's your enemy. You wouldn't trust him if you can as far as you can throw him. You know what I'm saying? But you respect him because you understand his capabilities. So I guess yeah, on both sides. I gotta retort.
Yeah. For me, I was gonna go with the first thing that says I can respect someone because I automatically off the top I always respect the person that's in front of me until they show me something otherwise. and so then I can't trust them. For me, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and then allow them to kind of hang themselves afterwards. So that's how I kind of approach every situation.
Anybody else want to speak on it? It's cool if you don't. I got time.
I'll speak on it real quick. I think I'm kind of in line with actually Mr. Ali and James on this one a little bit. You know, I'm gonna give everyone a certain entry level of respect just on who you are. The fact that you're human and that you're a man or a woman or whatever, you're gonna get a certain level of respect, just on that as being a person, maybe a productive person in society or what have you. I ain't gotta trust you as far as I can throw you. With that being said, I mean, I don't have to have a whole bunch of, respect and admiration for you and all that other shit. Like, that don't come off top. That is either earned or I'm just, a fan of your work or what have you. On the other side, what is it? You trust someone you don't respect. I guess I can trust you to be you. That's really about it. I can trust you to be who the fuck you are and who I think you are to be. But that still is not a real level of trust.
Okay. We did have a question that came through from Eve. She said, "Okay, fellas, what if your wife cheated on you? Would you still trust and respect her?" Man on the panel.
I'm throwing her away.
I'm throwing her away. Definitely both.
That goes out the window. No, you're not mine.
You ain't mine. You don't respect me because you cheated. So you
fucking other dudes. You're not mine.
Yeah, there's no more respect. She out.
That's the most disrespectful thing you can. That's the handily most disrespectful thing you can do to your husband. To me, I
don't think there's anything else you can do that's worse to me.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on. If you guys just tuning in, welcome to King Talk. Make sure you guys hit the like stuff. Also subscribe to the channel.
Nah, they didn't hurt. I don't know, JR. I think the only thing that will be more disrespectful than cheating is if I find my money gone. I would be perfectly honest with you. That bread gone. Yeah. Oh.
Well, I agree with you.
Are you serious or are you joking?
I'll probably say
if I wake up and my account is empty, bro, over cheating.
Why would she have that level of access to all of your bread?
Listen. She can find a way to get access to your.
No,
account.
Fuck that.
Listen, I got you. Ain't been married before. Listen, you ain't been married before.
Hell no. And there's ways to set shit up too.
You have joint accounts, bro. When you married,
you don't have one damn joint account, man. You got a whole bunch. If your shit set up,
she empties the joint account out. She don't took the money. What are you talking about?
Even your own personal account, bro. She know y'all married. She know your social.
Married, Brandon. You haven't been married before, bro. Trust me. Your woman knows your social security number.
Listen to the dudes that's been married.
Thank you. She knows every fucking thing. You know how many times you and your wife done been to the ATM machine together? Y'all both done seen each other's. Y'all at Kroger or whatever. You know each other's PIN code. You done been around each other years.
Bro, Brandon, when you get married, Brandon, when you get married, you stop using your mom as your emergency contact. It's your wife now. Like she everything.
On the panel, y'all.
I'm talking about all the business accounts and everything too. She ain't gonna have her hands on all that shit too.
She can do it. We've been married before, bro. She can do it.
Everybody, just give him a reprieve. Brandon,
I'll
married yet.
I'll bow out.
Listen,
I'll bow out on that.
Let's just be clear here. So I think that cheating is definitely top tier, but I think two things. If I find my money is gone, and another thing that's most disrespectful, if you're a man that's working and taking care of your family, and your wife is raising your children to be your enemy, those two things are. And then to me, it would be third cheating, right? Is my money gone? You raising my children to be my enemy and then cheating.
Me personally, I think the most disrespectful thing a woman can do is take your money and take care of another man.
Oh man.
No, that's it. That's it, Ricky. That's it.
Dang,
that's
Ricky.
it.
Yeah, she tricking on some young boy. That young boy knocking on. She paying.
I think you felt that right here. You felt that in the heart. You felt that dagger. Ah.
And
how are all of those? How is cheating below all of those though? Like she's an investment in herself. She's money that she's giving to another man.
That's her pussy, bro. That's y'all.
I'm about to say that box. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like Shan, I'm with you.
My point. Let me finish my point.
I don't see how I get it worse.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Again, y'all just think we all think different. It's your shit is my shit. I don't judge y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? But I look at it like this. That woman ain't mine, bro. She ain't yours, bro. She her own person. She chooses to be with you the same way. You don't belong to her. Y'all choose each other. You see what I'm saying? So the same way Shannon went, hey, you know what? It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stick it in another bitch. That's your choice. That's why I don't get y'all where y'all be talking about that conquer shit. Ain't nobody beating your woman over the head to get no pussy. She giving that pussy up. It's not a conquer, right? Conquer mean I'm taking it. No, she giving that pussy up willingly.
You right. You right about that. The only thing I would add, the only other disrespect level I would add would be if she cheated on you and y'all have a kid and the baby's not yours and you don't know. That has got to be one of the top on the list of.
Yeah, but that don't even happen without the cheating. So the cheating is involved.
No.
That's definitely top of the list.
I'm with that, but what I'm saying,
is
you don't know about the cheating, and then you think you got your wife pregnant, but that other.
I got it. I follow what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm just between cheating, your money. Ali, what was the other one you said? It was money
and raising
your kids
and raising your kid. Okay, gotcha.
Turn.
So I'm gonna go cheating number one, raising the kids against you number two, and then the money number three, because the other 2 and 3 both can have corrective behavior, like corrections to it. Like we've lost money. I can get more. I'm gonna be hot, but I can get money back.
And that's technically
hold on. Let me. You steering the kids a certain way. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. We're not doing it. I can get my kids back on track. Once that bell is rung, it's certain things you can't unring the bell when somebody else done rung the bell. I can't unring that. I can't get the money. I can get the money back. Who's that clapping?
James,
you can't get it back, bro.
The children, James.
You can't put that genie back in the bottle. You can't.
The children's situation, James, is not as easy as you think it is when you got grown children, and then now for over 18-20 years, mom been pumping a certain mindset in their mind to be against you. And I watch grown people to this day choosing sides on parents, and then now they have this disgust with the father, and the father been taking care of the goddamn family the whole I'm like, yo, what are you mad about your dad again? And
I'm with you, Ali.
You know what I'm saying? So but I got you. That's
well, even listen to your words, right? You said it's not as easy as you think, and I don't think it's easy at all. But I have also seen people who had a grudge against one parent up until adulthood, and then they got to learn and got some more adult understanding, and then went back and had a great relationship with their parent. Like, yo, I didn't know. So it's not easy, but it's not impossible. It's impossible to earn.
No,
it's impossible
to us. So, hold on, James, to us, because it's a lot of men that took their wives back after they called.
No, they can take it back, but what they can't take back, they can't take that back though.
That feeling, that emotion, what they went through, you can't take that back.
There's a lot of beta men cooks out there that have sipped down. We get it,
man. Shit.
But once the pussy's gone, it's gone.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ricky. If she wasn't a virgin, it was gone before you got there, my guy.
Yeah, you took it from there.
Totally different.
That's still different.
That's something y'all got to deal with.
It's different.
Totally different. You fuck my lady, she's yours.
You can have.
That was on cue like a mug, JR.
Well, that was good, JR. That was good.
Only thing. Listen, man. To each his own. Everybody has let me just land my plane. My grandfather said this to me one time.
Hey, final thoughts, Ali.
Yes, sir. My grandfather said this one time. He walked in on a woman that he loved. She was with another man. He said he just went. He ain't saying nothing about the dude. He said the dude jumped up. Yo, I didn't know this and third. He said, "Nah, go ahead, handle your business." He went to his safe, got all his money, and got out of there. He just left. So at the end of the day, what might be more important to some people, how they can take certain things, is different. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, for me, as long as that bread is where is it at, I don't give a damn about nothing else.
That's because your grandfather had a whole nother family on the other side of town.
You got what do you think about
shit? That is shit. To be fair, he has family.
So Ali, what do you feel like old school your granddad did?
Hold on. I think Humble Dad had a question.
72, not 82. I know how it works.
I think Humble Dad had a question. Humble Dad with a question.
Say, Ali, do you think that your granddad did the right thing?
Do I think he did the right thing? Hell yeah, why not? What he gonna do? The man ain't raper.
All right, now watch this.
Hold on, watch my word.
It's not
that contradicts your previous statement.
No, stop the shenanigans. I know what you're about to do.
Hey, listen, bro. I listen, man.
Get him humble. Get him humble.
I listen to words, bro.
Get him humble.
To y'all dudes, man.
Go ahead.
You said, "Hey, Rio, you heard it, didn't you?" Right? You said that if a dude would talk crazy to you, that you about to beat the brakes off this dude. Right? That's what you said.
You said to me.
Your granddad.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Hey,
he got a point.
Hold on, Ali. You got to let him talk. You got to rest in your masculinity.
I be paying attention, bro. Right? So you said that if the dude talked to you crazy about your woman, you about to beat the brakes off this dude, right? By words. But you are cool with your granddad just walking away from him seeing his woman get the brakes beat off of her sexually. Mm-hmm. And you was like, that I agree that he walked away. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is a contradictory of a statement.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
The problem here is
ain't no contradiction.
The problem here is she's no longer yours.
Exactly.
Right.
Once she gives it away to somebody else,
what James just said. What James just said.
But she would.
This is where Ricky's point about she's giving it away.
No, it's a loan. I'm loaning you the pussy.
It's no longer. Right? And so he processed this. He's set free. He says, okay, go ahead, John. You know what I'm saying? Tear that thing up. She's no longer mine. Let me get my cash out of the safe.
Oh, hell.
You know what I mean? And I'm going to be on my way. I think that was a gentleman's move. Why are you fighting over somebody who's not yours? No, I'm going to protect my wife.
That's right.
She is not my wife.
Jay's on the same bandwagon.
Hold on, Ali. You gotta let him finish, Ali.
She is not my wife once she's rolling in the hay with another man.
Facts.
She don't belong to me. You don't claim that anymore. What are you
saying? She belongs to the streets.
So is that not
she belongs to the streets?
So
I'd like to put King Rio on retainer as my attorney for the night, please.
So is that not disrespectful though?
Yeah, it's disrespectful, but that's something.
It's not a contradiction, though.
I'm about to say it's not a contradiction because at the end of the day, I'm gonna fight for what's mine. I'm not gonna fight for somebody. I only could protect what I can. Whatever I can control or protect. I only could protect what I can control. And if I'm not in control, she's no longer giving me that control, and she done gave that damn thing to someone else. I'm not about to sit there and be protecting something that she willingly give it to me.
I got you. So why can't you walk away and vote?
So let me land my point.
I apologize.
No, you good. So at the end of the day, of course, that was a smart move of saying, all right, let me just get my bread. I'm no longer, she done gave away this thing. I'm not about to fight you because she done gave away this thing. I'm good on that one. But now if I'm in control and she hasn't given her away her honor to anyone else, brother, that's me for me to also to be there to protect it. So at the end of the day, I like how you try to slide, humble dad, but you about apples and oranges, beloved.
So why not walk? What I'm saying is, why not walk away from both situations?
Here's where
wait,
those
James. Hold on, wait, James.
Hold on.
So why
not one at a time? One at a time, family.
Why not walk away from both scenarios?
He just told you.
I just told you.
Yeah, he just answered.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, nah, humble dad. I thought that was a good attempt, but they got you back. Like, I was rocking with you on the walk away scenario, but here's how those two don't map together.
Hey, y'all wild tonight.
Again? What Ricky say?
That's humble dad.
Ricky, funny the motherfucker.
Hey, so here's where it doesn't go together is because we said in a scenario with the guy walking
James, why you just want to beat him? You just want to beat him.
It
already
clear by now.
Toby.
It should be clear.
He said Toby. Here's his name.
He said Toby. Okay, I'll let him live there.
All right, y'all, we're going to move on. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's a couple of super chats come through. Olivia, $5 said, why would I put myself in that environment? Can do both. Trust them to be human and respect him for the same reason. Another super chat, Honest Citizen, $14. CNG tells wives not to submit. BM, not conquerors. Appreciate all the super chats coming through thus far. Let's hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Moving on to our next topic of the night, right before the meet. So we'll get to the meet right after this one.
Pause.
Yeah. No, that's the average woman doesn't have self-awareness.
The average woman on the range of 0 to 100 is like at 20 of being self-aware.
20 out of 100?
Yes.
Oh.
Even if I ask, shout out to all the ladies in Before Boaz, give me 3 words to describe you. We do this exercise with our ladies. The 3 words they use, we go around the room and be like, would anybody have used that word to describe her? No. You don't even know how to describe you. So then when you get on a date with that man and he's like, hey, tell me about yourself. You go into what you do. You go into your roles, maybe whether or not you have kids. He didn't ask you what you do. He asked you to tell him about you, but you can't answer that question.
The average woman doesn't have self-awareness. What do you guys thoughts about it? Go ahead, Rick. I seen came out the mic.
I can answer this. Right. Friday, I had a show. I was asking the women simply, right, if they expect a man to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right, and they acknowledge that this is difficult, are you worth it? None of them can answer. One woman answered. One. They are not self-aware. It's just like the lady said, they lead with what they do and what they think their personality is. No, they're not. Negative, nil, zip, zero, no. Abort mission, Ghost Rider. No, they're not.
I want to get Rio. Hold on, let me get Rio in here because he's been pretty quiet. Go ahead, Rio. You want to speak on this? The average woman doesn't have self-awareness.
They don't. You know what? It appears as though they don't. Now, whether or not they choose to acknowledge certain things in certain scenarios that have turned out negatively and how they contributed to these situations, I think that's a choice. I think that goes back to what we talk about as, we as men, we kind of hold each other accountable, and that requires a certain level of self-awareness, right? Whereas I think women aren't necessarily challenged in that way, so to speak. So I think that we're not going to be equal or equally yoked in that capacity, just because there's just different standards. And women like the one who spoke on the snippet, her speaking, to that narrative, I think says a lot. We would then say, okay, well, maybe she has a certain level of self-awareness that's above the standard, that's above the norm, right? And I don't know that there's a way that we can really press that or check that. I think women actually need to speak to women, and kind of address that on their own.
Who am I to argue with, sis?
I would say this.
Who know women better than women, brother?
Mr. Lego about to say women are children.
So at the end, and if you and even with Mr. Lego, and when he does, because he is definitely about to say that. So when he does say that, most children don't have self-awareness. But that's not even my point. I'm just not about to argue with her. Sis said it. I'm gonna run what she said. That's it. That's all I got for you on this one.
I just want to go a little deeper than that because y'all expected me to say that, but
hold on, Lego. Can you say women are children just for the sound bite? I'm gonna go ahead and clip it. I mean, say it right. Everybody be quiet. Hey, Rio, stop that chair from squeaking over there for the sound bite. There we go. All right, go ahead.
The truth is, women are children.
Nah, you gotta say it.
No, you gotta say it. Stop trying to be cute, nigga.
Women are children.
Women are children.
You might want to do it again without Ali laughing.
Yeah, you gotta
without Ali laughing in it.
I need them edibles Ali got, man. He be boy.
Ali be giggling and shit, man. Goddamn, bro. Stop giggling. What the hell?
Now I'm on mute. Now you guys listen. Let me go back on mute. Say your skip, man.
JR, women are children. I'm done. What, man?
Dude,
shit.
What are you doing?
That ain't it, bro. That ain't it. That ain't it. You gotta be more animated with it.
Oh my
that ain't
God.
it.
One more time,
Come on, man.
You know how
want me to say? Women are children.
You know you got
like that, like you just did. All right, mute up.
Y'all silly. Women are children. What are y'all talking about?
Perfect. That was perfect. There you go.
Why you acting like you
That
don't
was
know?
it.
So look, because I wasn't even intending on saying that, but I get what y'all saying. But look,
You say it every show. What are you
look,
talking
women. I want to go a little deeper though. Women have something called their role self, where when they were children, actual children, little, they couldn't be themselves. They couldn't think for themselves because they actually, in a lot of cases, the mother treated them like a little them. So if their mother did this or like this color or like this dress, she was kind of forced to actually like the same thing that her mama did. And then when they get around family members, what did mama do? Well, go tell your Uncle Jimmy you love him. Go say hey to your auntie. Go do this. Go do that. And so for a girl's whole life, especially if she doesn't have a dad, she doesn't really have her own personality. She doesn't have her own wants or needs. She has other people's wants and needs. So now that she's grown, she literally doesn't know what she wants because she's a people pleaser now. And her weird job, if you want to put it like that, is to go around pleasing the people that she seeks validation from or attention from or loves from. So she doesn't really know what she wants because she was never raised to accumulate the things that she actually wants. She's raised to accumulate and acknowledge what other people want from her. And that is the epitome of a people pleaser. Most women are literally people pleasers. So that's the reason why most women don't know what they want and have no sense of self, is because they were raised to be like that. And now that they're grown, they don't know any other way but to be like that. See, Rashawn, I got more than just women or children. I can explain what exactly is going on in the background.
That was just the long version. Just the long version.
I'm laughing because this is the reason why JR said stay out the chat. I can't wait till we read the super chat, yo.
Yo, chill out. I knew that's what he was laughing about. Hey, so
go ahead, James.
Yeah, women don't have self-awareness, and I wanted to initially say, well, most people don't have self-awareness, but it's a different level for women, and it's hard to lay all the blame at their feet because we feed into it because the world, including men, are so cognizant and so aware of protecting their feelings that we don't tell them the truth. We want them to feel protected. We want their feelings to be protected. So we don't, like, we'll tell each other for like straight up, like what it is. But the world will tell them that, fat is beautiful and you perfect the way you are. And like the world will tell them a whole lot of stuff to make sure that they feel good and their ego feels protected at every end. So how would they be self-aware when we as a society lie to them all the time?
So James, in other words, we're feeding into these women's delusion and basically putting them in a place to where, they don't have to be self-aware because one, you either had a dad or an uncle or something like that always was aware for you, that always looked after you. You were always treated like a princess, or you had people, or you have men around you now that coddle you and make sure that everything's taken care of, that you don't have to be aware. But the issue is that when they are out there by themselves, they don't even know when to look both ways before they get hit by a car or something like that, or what's around them, or when a situation's dangerous for them, or when they put themselves in a bad situation wearing certain type of clothing with their ass cheeks out or whatever, or in a place that's not the safest place at a certain type of time at night. They just think, oh, somebody's going to take care of me. Somebody's going to cover me. Oh, I'll be fine. It's no, baby. No. You have no situational awareness. You don't know. You don't have self-awareness, and it can be dangerous. And that's sadly why some women end up in bad situations.
Brandon, watch this. The late Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. What was it that sent him to prominence? What went viral on World Star Hip Hop? It was the average at best
with the lady.
Average at best. Yeah.
The uproar was him telling an average woman that she was average.
Dude, don't do that. She was definitely less than average.
She was. She definitely
was go with Dr. Humble Dad. He gave her an upgrade. And we're saying that it was like the uproar was like that was an insult. That's what made him go viral and go into prominence. Like, how could we be puzzled how that women are not self-aware?
Somebody actually called her a child. Like, what is wrong with him to tell this child something like this? I'm like, yo, y'all are really tripping. Y'all calling this 30-year-old woman a child. That shit is crazy.
Why is that crazy? That's what you call her.
But okay,
Dr. Humble Dad got spoke for everybody tonight.
I'll take that.
Whoa,
Humble Dad, that was a good comeback out because you messed up with the apples and oranges.
Ali, don't do it, bro. Don't do it, bro.
I believe you. I'm good, man. I just had to slide that in there, though.
Brandon, I got a question about that princess example that you gave.
Yeah, sure.
At what point do you feel we as fathers, once we start to have adult daughters, should we let that idea go, so to speak, right? Because if she is to be handed off in marriage, ideally, I suppose he's expecting her to be a queen. not adopt your princess to be now my princess. You know what I mean? But more or less my partner and my queen. How can we prepare, our daughters, would you say, to kind of transition and kind of grow into that capacity?
No, Rhea, I think that's a great question because I'm a father and I have a daughter. So my daughter's 9 years old. That is a delicate balance, honestly. I mean, especially when they're young, you are super dad, they are your little princess and you do all those things. You're the superhero, you're the dragon slayer, you're the knight in shining armor. You're showing them, what love is and what love from a man is supposed to look like. You are the first man or male that she is in love with. I think you have to start peeling back certain layers as they grow, especially when they start hitting puberty, when they start hitting teenage age. You have to start preparing them almost kind of like you would kind of prepare some of your sons after they hit puberty and start toughing their asses up. I'm not saying toughen up your daughter, but what I'm saying is you're talking to her differently. You're having different type of conversations, and I think it's important that I think every father should have those self-defense conversations, should have those awareness conversations on, hey, you're not going to be a dumb broad out here in the street now. You have to watch your back. You have to be safe because daddy's not going to be with you all the time. Now, trust me, something go down, daddy going to ride for you to the ends of the earth. But, you're in high school, you're going to these little parties or whatever. Daddy's not going to be with you all the time. You better go to college. We're teaching you how to do all sorts of things, how, teaching you, how to use a firearm, how to, get them in some martial arts, some kickboxing or self-defense classes, get them in something to where they understand that, hey, not trying to brainwash them that men are the enemy, because you may have brothers, you have a father, that men are good in this world, can be good in this world, but you have to know when you have to trust your instinct and trust your intuition that when, something don't feel right, the vibes are off, you need to be in defense mode as much as possible. And you need to be able to contact somebody that can help you, or at least learn enough self-defense to where you can get somebody off of you to where you can run and get help and scream or whatever you got to do.
You said something, Brandon.
Okay, well, hold on, Rashawn. Let me throw, because I know you always.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He always got something.
Go ahead.
Why you throw shade like that, Shannon?
Because I'm gonna have to. Because I'm just coming hard on Rashawn because that's my guy.
Weed every day.
Ideally, you wouldn't. I believe the question was, how do you transition if you're covering your daughter and you want to make sure that she's a woman for the next husband and not a princess for him to take care of? Ideally, you wouldn't. That'd be your wife's job. That'd be your woman's job. It's not you to do. In fact, you continue doing what you've been doing until he comes along. Protect, provide, problem solve. You do those things. For her to become the wife that she needs to be for that man, for her to be the woman that she needs to be for that man, that's where the mother of your daughter is supposed. This is ideal world, and that's what we're trying to get back to.
I got you.
That's where she would come in and make sure that she's the woman for that man. Now you continue protecting all the way up until you walk her down that aisle and you say, all right, you got it from here. Here's the key. Here's the pink slip. I created this. I made this. I bought this car brand new. I've kept it in good condition. I've protected it. I put the best alarm system. I've kept the engine running. Now it's yours. You pass it on. But to make sure it's the right type of car for that next person, that should be your woman in the ideal world.
That's what Shan, I just want to respond to Shan real quick. Shan, would you say then that her level of self-awareness is almost the responsibility of her mother?
Yeah. That's where I was about to go.
See, that's a tough one because, again, if you have the right, are we back in my ideal world? If we're in my fantasy land, yes. If we're in my fantasy land, her self-awareness
and who she is and what she's supposed to be and where she is and what she can be for another man will be brought out, polished and refined by her mother.
Yeah.
And you are overseeing all of it, making you don't have to be the one out there teaching her how to fight and become the woman but you are watching over the king. You're Humpty sitting on the wall watching all of it and looking also for the wolves. You're looking at you making sure there's no threats coming to your kingdom. You watching over all that kind of stuff. You making sure she's getting all the stuff that they need, all the tools, but the mom is doing all that. So the self-awareness in this ideal world of mine would actually come from the mom.
And I agree with Shannon. I agree with Shannon on that one. And so on point, because we're taught when the dad is there and when a man is being the protector, the women that's underneath his protection be kind of, I don't want to use the term naive, but for the lack of a better term, they be kind of naive to a lot of different things because they feel they don't even worry about danger because they feel protected. They're in an environment that is protected. So in the ideal world, the mom is always there, keeping they little girls teaching them to be self-aware on a lot of things, because the little girls, they just be from here like, oh, I'm good. Dad got it. That they feel safe. They just like this happy-go-lucky type. That's when a woman feels secure. Now,
daughters is gonna make a dad melt. He's gonna give her everything. That's one of the problems. Dads is gonna make you can have everything. Oh, that's my baby girl. Yeah, she don't need that baby girl shit.
Yeah, and mothers.
Shannon. Yeah, let me respond to Shannon real quick. I agree with what you're saying in this ideal scenario. I really do. And at the end of the day, your wife is supposed to be teaching your daughter how to become a woman. She's supposed to be teaching her, what men look for, what men need out of a good wife, and training her up in that space. But, and then the whole idea of handing the baton off at, while you're walking her down the aisle from you to her future husband. All right, player, you got it. Brand new keys. She's good to go, all that. But I think my thing is we got to get her to the aisle. And it's one thing having a perfect scenario, but it's another thing when we have the reality of these kids are, in danger or more sexually active and that kind of stuff in high school and in college and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, and now you're coming back to earth.
Come back to earth. And daddy can't be there at the campus every day.
You're gonna take me back to earth. God damn, this
baby girl.
Don't go back, Shan.
Baby girl gonna be experimenting and learning new things. And she ain't just learning chemistry in college. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is she has to be able to get to the aisle. So I feel like it's still a father's job to teach her how to protect herself, how to be aware of dangerous men or dangerous people in general. Now, I think it's the wife's job to teach her how to be a woman, but it's still the daddy's job. It's still under the protection and provision kind of, cloud. So you're teaching her how to do those things so that she can get through those times when she's not around you. She's still under your protection, but loosely. Yes. And to where she can date and find the knucklehead that she like enough to where like, okay, now you're passing down the baton. But up until that point, everything's gonna feel lush. Everything's gonna feel naive. Everything's gonna feel, because the wife is a little naive still too, because she's still under your protection. But you gotta, give her a little bit of realness.
Yeah,
you gotta give her a little bit of real.
That's different though, Brandon.
Hold on, Brandon. Yeah, I think Brandon, when you talking about self-awareness, it almost sounds like you talk about situational awareness, being self-aware, protect, watching people, and we talking about the self-awareness of how they understand themselves. So I think that's one where the conversation might be kind of mixed a little bit, because Shan is saying, you stay in that role of protecting, providing, and problem solving. And I'm gonna say we're not going back to earth, okay? Because I think I think we dumb down things for our children sometimes. And don't understand it. They will rise to the level of the expectation we set for them.
Fact.
Right.
we set the expectation that you're gonna go out to college, you're gonna expect. Now, I'm not setting the expectation at all. So you pick some knucklehead each one. I'm arranging my children's marriages. Like, no, it don't have to be that way. I don't understand like what, like, if well, I'm just telling it how it is. Well, telling it how it is keeps it like it is, right? Like people rise to the bar that you set for them. So I'm not setting the bar.
James, say that again, please.
That was a bar.
Yeah, whatever I said was good. Yeah,
say it again. Said about
no.
You keep the things the way they are.
Yeah, saying it like it is keeps it like it is. I keeping it real. Yeah, you keeping it real dysfunctional, real broke, real, downtrodden, real Anyway, like, let's forget if we argue for our limitations, we get to keep them. And that's what we do. We be arguing for it. Well, this is a limitation, and you arguing to keep the limitation. I reject that. There's exceptions to rule, and there's exceptional people, and I want to have the exceptional conversation. So that said, the nuance that I would add to what Shan said, I think it's on point that ideally, and I'm gonna shoot for the ideal and the target, and anybody else can shoot for what they want to shoot for. That the wife is handling that. The nuance I would add is she doesn't do it exclusively, but I think she does it primarily. I do think that there is, just like all the roles on the team, marriage being a team sport, where I think, women's role, right? We talk a lot about the man's role is to protect, provide, and to lead. Okay. A wife's role is to nurture, comfort, and support. And so when it comes to child rearing, when do children need more nurturing, comfort, and support? When they're infants, newborns, infants, toddlers, early adolescents. Right. When do they need more actual protection, provision, and leadership and guidance as they get older? So like I have, my oldest daughter is 13. And so as all my kids are getting older, I find myself being more in the role of like my role of parenting is more critical because I'm leading them and guiding their understanding. It's still my wife's primarily role to teach her how to be a woman, but daddy being there too in the spots and guiding her, letting her know, because mama don't, know everything about understanding a man's sentiments and sensibilities. I'm gonna give my daughter some of that game as well, but it is primarily my wife. So I would just add that.
We gotta get final thoughts.
JR. I was just gonna say, Brandon, like I've interviewed 90 dads probably, right? And
it was 91. I'm with that 91.
91 for sure. And the one thing that they talk about when they're talking about their daughters, what's the best way for them to kind of understand how to teach their daughters is how they treat their wives or how they treat their baby mamas, right? So with you having a daughter, it's going to be very imperative for you to show her how to treat a woman and how you treat her mother. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's a fact. The number one thing that I always made sure my kids seen and paid attention to is how I treat their mother. To this day, I love her. Whatever it is she needs from me, they know that. It was one time me and my daughters, we was looking at a movie where it was about alligators and like it's some shit. And the daughter had to save her dad from being stuck somewhere and those alligators in the water. And I was like, would you save me from down there? And they was like, no, I don't know how to swim. And they was like, would you save us? I was like, yeah. Would you save mommy? I'm like, of course. You'll save her? Like, what are you talking about? Well, yes, in a second. Let Atlanta flood. I'm saving you. I'm saving a mama, and a mama is married. So if for whatever reason the husband ain't there, I'm jumping in the damn water, fighting a goddamn alligator for my ex-wife. Goddamn right.
Respectfully, but I'm laughing because before we move on, JR, I just want to go back, circle around that Brandon asks, well, how would she get to your accounts? I just want to circle back that my boy Brandon, when you get married, let's revisit this, bro.
Bring it to King Talk.
Bring it to King Talk. He gonna be like, damn, she know my socials. She know the time I was born. She know how to get everything.
Yo, Brandon, I just don't understand how you don't understand how You ain't never been close to your lady or whatever when she type her PIN code in or whatever. Do you know how many times we close to each other at a grocery store when they type we know each other's PIN code? Like you around them 1,000 times, you gonna see everything, and they gonna see everything.
Brandon, you're gonna be asking her for some of your personal information. Hey, babe, what's my
For real, that's real game.
Hey, babe,
do you remember
my paperwork? Hey, what was my account number for? What was my login? You gonna be asking her for stuff.
Your woman gonna know your debit and credit cards by heart. You're gonna be sitting there, babe. I don't know you. I know that I'm typing this number. They gonna know.
You gonna have her doing all the stuff because you ain't gonna feel like doing the shit. So she's literally gonna handle all the little small stuff because
you know how to phone and a computer
no more.
You know how to phone a computer. Remember your card number and the expiration date, but it don't remember the CVV. You can be like, hey, babe, what's my last three? Like she gonna know your stuff better than you do.
You're gonna be like, what's card?
3-digit number by heart.
Hey, yo, my boy Brandon.
I'll take it. You know, so you got me, Ali. You got me.
Listen, I just stuck on that one little part. So you never been in a relationship longer than 5-7 years?
No.
Yeah, I know.
No, the longest one's probably 3 years.
Damn. So you ain't
y'all leave Brandon alone. Brandon, if you keep your bank account separate, she don't have no access to it.
But here's the thing that got me.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're married and you're talking to somebody who's been married twice and got 11 bank accounts right now, I think
right. I'm talking about the multiple bank accounts, the business bank accounts, the other companies' accounts. That's what I was thinking.
Your single where it's not a joint account.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the crypto that's in a hard wallet in a safe deposit box?
I'm talking about Bank
you
of
stay
America.
sober.
That one too. Though,
because you was good at hiding money, Shannon. All right.
No, I'm talking about your checking account at Wells Fargo. Your wife does not have access to that if it's a single account with only your name on the signature.
That's what I'm talking about.
She can get prosecuted for fraud, even your wife, if you wanted to go there.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Brandon. Don't let them
Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate you,
Only thing I'm gonna say is this, Brandon. That credit card that Shannon got, if his wife was to swipe on that, he cannot prosecute her. All right, he's not going to be able to prosecute her on that credit card that he got her as an authorized user on. God damn it! And the next thing you know,
well, then that's different.
Oh, now it's different. I can't wait till you get married.
You're gonna be waiting, brother. You're gonna be waiting.
If y'all just tuning in, welcome to King Talk. Hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Moving on to our last conversation of the night, the meat. And we know the ladies like the meat. So let's go ahead and get to it, y'all. Hit the like button. We do got a couple of super chats that came through. Will G. Mr. Let Go been waiting for his beard to connect for so long, he don't know when to let go. Irony. That was the one that I think Ali was laughing at. Let go. Just so you know. Oh, shout out to Onyx again. She is man, I gotta get queued up. But Shannon, hear me out. I'm not perfect, accountable, willing to learn, and won't take your money. I mean, my friend in the chat told me to tell you hi. Okay, back to the corner. Oh, and she is grown. Back to the corner I go. So Shannon, you gotta have to reach out, bro. This is
not see they be playing with my emotions. They are. The women be playing with my emotions.
They say all that your phone number, bro.
They just because they know I'm single, they be playing with me, man. And they know.
She paid $50 to
just sign up for Let Go coaching.
JR, you know how they can be.
Hey Shan, just sign up for Let Go Chat. I mean his coaching.
Especially the cute ones, man. The cute ones like Onyx, she's cute. So they play with my emotions, man, and they get me all fucked.
But she paying for your emotions though. $50.
Shout out to
you paid more than $50, bro. That's what happened.
Yeah, just $150 tonight, Shan.
Did you read the one for Mr. Let Go yet?
Oh, he
man,
bro, hey, where were you, man?
Where were you at? Yeah, I even shouted you out on it. I said this is what Ali was laughing at.
Rashawn, you okay, bro?
He just wants you to read it again.
Bro, what is going on, Ali?
Yeah, I think that shit legal in Atlanta, right?
Hey, yo, I do not.
Oh,
No,
Hey, yo, listen,
Rashawn,
I'm in a good spirit, man. Chill, don't do that.
Yeah, but
that's what it do. That's what it do to you.
That's
what it do to you. Put you in a good spirit.
Telling women that they don't got no rights.
The minister would not be pleased.
Oh man, now y'all
the minister will not be pleased. Right. All right, let's keep going, man.
Go ahead.
All right. Black's Lexicon, $5. Chat fam, do not practice what I spoke on earlier. The panel members were correct. Pride comes before fall. And lastly, Will G, $5. Mr. Do It Now. Your mic is hot as fuck, fam. My neighbors are complaining. I'm in the house.
Hey, yo, JR, you gotta chill.
Y'all wilding today, bro. What y'all on, bro?
Hey, yo. Hey, yo, listen. Because you know what happened, Ricky? Yo, Ricky, it was tough last week, Ricky.
Hey, come that damage control. Hey, Shan, hold on.
Yo.
Hold on.
Yo, you got to hit her up, bro.
Oh,
yo.
What?
Shout out to Onyx.
Hey. She gave you half a go. She gave you Monopoly. Gave
Onyx. Acting scared.
Wait, I missed it. What did I say?
Come on now.
You gonna need the money.
Hey, Shannon.
Man,
you scared of these women, bro?
She a provider too.
They've been playing with my emotions for a whole
year. She said she played with stocks, Shan.
Ever since I came to YouTube, the way I've come to YouTube, they be playing with me.
I don't want to hear that. You should be right now in the DM right now.
And she work at Starbucks, Shannon.
But she said
ever since Shannon said he'll bust a dude shit, she been sending it.
Hey yo.
Onyx Monopoly, huh? Right.
You could have been said that like about 4-5 super chats ago, man. You just not saying her name out.
Hey yo, listen.
Hey, look at him biting his lip, Paul.
And she work at Starbucks, Shannon.
Shout out to Onyx for all.
Remember the conversation.
Let's go to get to the meat. And the ladies like the meat. Let's go ahead and get to it, y'all. Our final topic of the night is where is it? Sometimes men fall victim to being with women who are simply available. And let's kind of trick Shan up a little bit and a few others. Sometimes men fall victim to being with women who are simply available. James got it right, but we're going to go ahead and play this clip to get context to it.
That's why we say to the men, you also need to pre-qualify these women. Like, where is she? Where is she mentally? Where is she intellectually? Why is she interested in you? What does she want from you? What happens if you don't pay for it? Then what? Because sometimes fellas fall victim to being with women who are simply available.
That's it. And cute.
And got a big booty.
I know,
right? But because so many women who are getting their own money come across as unavailable, busy, focused, doing their own thing. But that would have been the woman who wouldn't have minded investing her own money to go on this date with you. But you want to go with the one who her calendar is absolutely free. But because her calendar is absolutely free, her experience is going to need to be absolutely free too.
All right, I already know what's going on with her. She ugly.
Cap. Hey, let Ricky go. Go, Ricky.
Cap, bitch. Cap on your ass. Because even if you
hit him, Rick,
you gonna want them to pay. Stop with the bullshit. Stop. Y'all see how she tried to flip that on y'all? Y'all see how she tried to do that reverse psychology trick and shit? Some goddamn David Copperfield shit, bruh. What the fuck you talking about, bruh? You ain't like you did. No, so you telling me the woman? So you telling me this? Is what she telling me? You telling me the woman that got dough is okay with paying for a date,
bruh?
When did this happen, fellas? When?
19 February. Yeah.
No, I put it like the one thing I do agree with what she's saying is that dudes, once you get in a relationship, if that girl ain't what you thought, it's your fault. It's your fault, right? Because you control access to that, bruh. Until you say it's a go, it's nothing. It doesn't matter what that woman say or what she playing her mindset. Until you say what we are, that's what it is, right? That's why I said before, that's why they ask you, what are we doing here, right? Because they want to put a label on you, right? But the shit she talking about, nah, bro, it's no different. The same way they want to put it on men, right? You got to make sure that girl might be available, but shit, she might be the one for you. She just ain't got no dough. Now, us moving as men, we understand that because y'all know what I'm saying. It's our job to provide, right? That's why Shannon always make the argument. I don't give a fuck if she worked at McDonald's as long as she cute, fit, and friendly and on my fucking program, right? But to say just because a chick got dough, maybe that chick, that's a goddamn cap. I call cap on her and her mama, bruh. That's some cap shit.
No, mama.
Stop. You know what I'm saying? So what she really trying to say is chase a successful woman. We all know most of these successful women have certain traits that's going to not align with the way you move as a man if you the captain of your ship. And that's the end of that. I'm done with it.
Hold on. For anybody else go, let me get to Rio. I know Rio been kind of quiet. Go ahead, Rio. And then we'll get to Humble Dad and Brandon.
You know, I think what Rick said about if she's not what you want, I'm gonna put it in my own words. You should have knew that she wasn't before you chose to commit. The reason why I say that is because men and victim in the same sentence just don't sit well with me. I'm not taking that. Right? I don't think that we should be falling victim to situations that we are technically in control over at the end of the day. Now, if we choose to compromise to whatever our standard is, then we made a choice. We didn't fall. We chose. As men, we just got to be accountable. We can't afford to cry about what happened to us, so to speak. You know what I mean? I feel we have to own it and then decide how we move forward, even when we fuck up. You know, it's not on us to do that. I think it's already in us to do that. I think some of the times we don't see some of these characteristics in women, and that's okay because they aren't us. Now we can raise the standard, we can raise our expectation, but they will never quite be you when it comes to self-awareness, accountability. You know what I mean? And sticking to your standard. You're the driver of the boat. You control the standard. You are the captain. So no, we didn't fall victim. We decided whether or not we were going to stick to the standard. And that's my perspective on it. You know, I may add more later, but I like where Rick went with it. And like I say, the men and victim in the same sense. I'm not going to own that.
That's what's up. I would say that men are not victims because they're supposed to be leaders. They're supposed to have some sense of, as we stated before, they should have a plan of direction in the way that they're going. And if they don't have that, then there lies the problem. So a woman should not be able to get you off course. I'll talk about like when I was a young dude, like 16, 17, I was very unaware of the mindset of a woman. And as a result, I fell victim. However, that's because I didn't have the information as it results as it relates to how women think. Certain women think. Like, you know, on my show last night, I talked about what would you do if you heard your kid lost their virginity. Well, when I lost mine, it was to a woman, to a young lady that knew that I was cool with just not having sex. And so she pursued me in a way that she wanted to conquer me, so to speak, right? And I didn't, in my mind, all I thought about was having and building a relationship with her. But in her mind, she just wanted to conquer me. And so, however, I couldn't say that I was a victim, because if I would have just stood true to my convictions, then she couldn't have got me off of my square. And so, what it is that most men are don't have a particular standard, in my opinion, and they stay to that standard. So you can't fall victim to anybody if you have a standard and you hold true to it.
You know,
right?
So
If you're an individual, I'm almost done for sure. Like, so if you are an individual that says X, Y, and Z is what I'm going to hold myself to, this is my structure, this is my standard, and you stay true to that, you can't be a victim, right? As well as you can't be a victim at all, because as a mature as an adult, you have already said that you this is a direction in which you want to go, and nobody should be able to detour you from that particular structure. And so as men, you should not be a victim, okay? Because you should be having a situation in which you have said, you know, what I want to do is build a legacy. And in order to build the legacy, you have to be having a mindset in which you are wanting to be marriage minded, in my opinion. Because now you're saying, I want to marry this lady. I want to have kids with this lady. I want to be able to give this lady, I want to allow this lady to be a part of my my mission, my value, and my standard. And currently, what I see is that a lot of men are cool with just having sex with women and not building a legacy. And so you can't fall victim if you're the leader, in my opinion.
I agree. You know, I definitely I think that, you know, Ricky was on point. I think I agree with the panel really more so than anything. I don't think that men are fall a victim to women that's available. Like, I think people make time for what they want to make time for. I like sis try to use the situation like, oh, she's trying to get you saying that, you know, the career woman or the woman who's always busy. Stop the cap, because I know plenty of women who's successful, makes plenty of money. Trust and believe they make time for what they want to make time for. If she's not making time for you, you're just not that guy for her. There is a guy that she would, and make it happen. She gets all her work done at work. She find time to be with you. So all of that availability, talking about only women that don't got nothing going on for themselves is just available. Stop the shenanigans. All right, it's all cap. Stop lying and making it seem like career-driven women or women who's getting to a bag don't be having no time. That's a lie. This is literally a blatant lie. And a lot of times, and dudes be known because you see a chick, you know, all of a sudden, especially if you didn't even look how I go. You didn't crack yet, right? And many guys, Ricky, I'm gonna see you, bro. Many guys see this all the time. You didn't crack yet. In the beginning, was like she act like she ain't had no time. She's always busy. The minute that you crack that thing now all of a sudden you've like, what all she got so much time for you. She could take now, you knowing the hours down, the whole 9 yards of when she's available. Like, come on, stop the cat, man. I just don't, we don't need to be lying to each other at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So with that being said, man, that's the only thing I got for that. It's just it's cat.
So for me, kind of similar approach that Ali was saying. I kind of want to go back to the clip with the lady talking on there. She basically just makes it sound like that if you don't have anything going on, you know, you're not it. You know, these women over here that are career driven and stuff, you're not giving them enough chances or enough opportunities because they're busy or they're making the world a better place or something like that. You know, they're making money, they'll actually come in here and try to contribute to the date and this and that. which kind of like what Rick was saying. Yeah, that's cap. I don't believe that at all. I mean, have I had women pay for me on dates before or take me out before? Yeah, sure, I've had it done before, but that's not the norm. That's not the regular. And most of these women want to be treated. They want to feel like a princess. They want all those things. So, for me, I like a woman that, is driven and she's got some good stuff going on, there's things that she likes to do and everything. But, if you're over here, if I hit you a few times and you're always unavailable, then I'm moving on to the one that's available, because I ain't got time to sit and wait on your ass all day, because I have enough purpose, I have enough drive, I have enough things going on with me that, we over here trying to make our schedules work and this and that. After about, 2-3 times of, oh, that don't work. Shit, where's old girl that's available then? Because that's what I got time for. And I'm not falling victim to anything. I'm falling for somebody that makes themselves available and for me, and also values the time that I'm taking out of my schedule to be with you, because usually my schedule is way more hectic than your damn schedule. So, if I don't see or feel any real effort towards that, or for us to get on the same page, I ain't checking for it. I ain't worrying about it. I'm trying to see who can be at this place at this time like I need. Because at the end of the day, we're gonna come under the same roof anyway. At the end of the day, you gotta get on my page anyway, under my playbook. Like Shannon was talking about. So if you got too much, a whole lot of shit going on over here, and it's not something I'm really that crazy about or respect to a whole nother level, then it ain't gonna work no way.
The main thing we actually want as men is availability.
Facts.
And for this somewhat older, unattractive, career-driven woman to sit here and try to tell men what men want, this is her actual problem. And I don't know who she is, but I'm sure she ain't got no man. And this is why she ain't got no man. Like, the number one person that don't need to be telling nobody shit about no man is these older women who ain't got no man. Because if you don't made it to your 40s and you ain't got no man, you don't need to be telling nobody about no man, because you don't spend 30 of your years, your adult years, or 20 of your adult years without being able to get a goddamn man. So stay with your little career and keep paying dudes rent in order to, because that's what she's literally saying. I don't need no damn woman to take me out no goddamn way. What kind of shit is that? But that's the thing that, these women try to do. It's just kind of stupid. They spend a lot of time trying to tell men what men should be doing. Like, we ain't happy doing what we doing. They the ones who aren't happy what we are doing, and they're trying to get us to do something different, like somebody's mama. So I see this woman with a parent mommy energy, and she's trying to get up on a platform to tell men what they should be doing, like the quintessential mommy.
So it sounds like we pretty much all agree. I want to take it back to the first half of what she was talking about before she did the little spin move. And I'm so glad Ricky went first, because she came with the little spin move at the end. And Ricky was like, get that up out of here.
No, not in my house.
Right. No. Right. Before she hit the spin move and her true colors were showing that it was all about date the more career-driven women and, stuff got on. If you take it in a vacuum, what she was saying was on point the first half about, men not paying attention to, like, what are her real intentions for being around you. Right. So if I just stick to that part without the BS on the back end, men do need to be aware of that, because as much as we like to talk about, women choosing, Dusties and Pookies and Ray Rays, and men don't choose good women, and I talked about arranged marriage for my children earlier. Notice I didn't just say my daughter, I said my children, because while I say that women aren't suited to vet for themselves. I also believe men aren't suited to vet for themselves either. Like as people, I don't believe it's ideal for us to vet for ourselves. In the multitude of counsel, their safety. And so, like, we all know when our brothers at some point that he was in a relationship and it was clear she wasn't no good for dude, but he couldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? He was blinded by the box or whatever the case. Like, bruh, yo, she ain't really there for you, dude. She was a gold digger, or she was cheating or whatever. Like all the bros saw it, but he couldn't see it. So just as much as women might be with the dog and they don't know how to choose, and girl, me, good. Like we see it on the other side too. So having that multitude of counsel that helps you in the vetting process, ideally, your parents, but bringing her around and you got that cousin, you got that auntie that you bring her to the cookout or to the Thanksgiving. We got Thanksgiving coming up, and she in the kitchen with hey, go in the kitchen and help mama and them, help grandma, help the aunties, and they having that conversation, and they can come to the side and say, hey baby, listen, we was talking with your little girlfriend, she ain't the one. We need to listen to that vetting advice just as much as women need to listen to it as well. So I just want to bring that point out.
All right. Anybody else? That's it. All right. We definitely appreciate you guys tuning in tonight to King Talk. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Again, shout out to the sponsor, Teej Hanley. Feel it, Teej. 30% off along with a free gift. That link is in the description. Make sure you guys follow these guys on their platforms. Ricky Williams, Boxing. That's where you find Ricky. King Rio, phenomenal photographer. It's Brown. Was it Brown Photography? I always get it messed it up. It's like phone numbers.
Brown Photograph. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Brown Photographs. Make sure you guys click him. James, what you got going on, brother?
Yeah, I'm moving and shaking, man. At James Penn Jr. on everything social, launching the YouTube here in just a couple weeks. So yeah, be on the lookout.
All right. Brandon J. Madden, what you got, brother? I know you do a lot of shit.
Yeah. You can follow me on all platforms at bmadden59. And my website is brandonjmadden.com. Big and tall model. Actually just won Big and Tall Model of the Year on Saturday. So
okay.
Yeah.
Lady Brandon over there, you Greek?
Oh, you know it, baby. Q Sci-Fi to the day I die.
Okay, well, Shan Greek too. Nope. I'm a neutron.
Oh, okay. Well, 1911 was a good year, so
Yeah. Shannon Rawls, you can find him on YouTube. Mr. Let Go, you already know he's a celebrity, so I don't even think I got to speak on him. He's a
celebrity, and he ain't tussling with you.
I'm calling security.
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 All right. If y'all haven't already hit that like button before you guys get up out of there, if you're just tuning in late, make sure you guys catch on the replay. I appreciate you guys' perspectives tonight. Thank you. Catch Ricky Williams on Friday. Ladies, make sure you guys tap in on Fridays. Ricky comes on the show and he wants you guys to call in. Don't be scared. And also follow him at Ricky Williams Boxing as well. With that being said, we out of here, folks. that like button if you haven't already. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the greatest network ever, the Lapeef Network. Shout out to all my green gang that's in the chat. Shout out to Onyx. Appreciate all the support you give us. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Make sure you guys follow each and every last one of the fellas on the panel on their own individual platforms. Shout out to the sponsor, Teach Handling, 30% off along with a free gift. That link is in the description. Got something special for you guys tomorrow. I'm going live tomorrow, so make sure you guys tap in the evening. It's the last track, fam. It's the last track. Slow it down. Shout out to all my truck drivers out there on the road. Y'all be safe. All my first responders out there, y'all be safe as well. If you're just getting off on third shift, safe travels home. No, second shift. Third shift, if you guys just starting, salute to you guys out there. Make sure you guys be safe and whatever you're doing out there. Let's go ahead and support the channel, y'all. It's the last track. I'm going to slow it down for y'all. Great show. Catch the replay. If you missed it, hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the Greatest Network, Lapeef Network. Special shout out to Onyx Monopoly. Appreciate you, young lady. Appreciate you. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Like we might got some love birds in the chat, y'all. Shout out to Shan and Onyx. Appreciate you, Ricky. I see you. Shout out to all my green gang out there. Hit that like button, fam. Hit that like button. Shout out to the sponsor, Teach Handling. Shout out to my baby girl, Kelly Combos. I see you.
Smoke weed every day.
Hit that like button, fam. Hit that like button. Appreciate all the support. It's the last track, fam. It's the last track. One of my favorite joints right here, y'all. Shout out to the greatest network ever. I got something special for you guys coming tomorrow. We'll see if we can put it together. So make sure you guys tap in on the evening side. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Again, shout out to the sponsor, Teach Hanley. Make sure you guys follow all the individuals on the platform. Let's go. Hey, y'all, I'm going to hit up DC next, man. DC is going to be the Lapeef experience next city. I'm going to put it together, y'all. Make sure you guys tap in tomorrow. I got something special for y'all tomorrow. Also, make sure you guys catch Bridging the Gap on the Lapeef JR channel. Going live tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Make sure you guys tap in. Trying to see what the other culture's talking about. Kelly Combo's leading that conversation. Hit that like button, fam. It's the last track. It's the last track. Y'all be safe out there. Hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bitch, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, but I'ma go all the way up. Bad girl from the shore. She taking me out of this world, bitch, I'ma go wave. Nice guy with a cold shoulder. You be cool, but I don't know you. Wrote a flower and I'm off the potion. Give me superpowers and I won't stop. To the bank roll on supermassive. Big bank for the space chatter. Way up in the squad NASA. Couple filled with the dark magic. Subtle flex when I run a race. Tell these rap niggas eat my dust. Lil baddie after cellular. Talking life and how we set it up. I'm a sharpshooter, yeah, Will Smith. Call me Prince Park, let me freshen up. Bay boy on a level up. Way up in the nebulas. I'm never copping a chain. Cause I see it all through the frames. And I leave it all on the pages. Feeling like they want me locked in a cage. They want us all on the fake shit. But I'ma go all the way A with it. Cause I don't feel all the way safe here. Nah, spray the champagne shower up in the air. Stunner goggles, what the fuck is a fluke? Untamed and she wild out the goose. Ghost ride, bitch, I come through the roof. Fuck 12 cause they all on my tail. Hella wild and I break all the rules. Chill, bro, you way out of line. Yeah, I know it's a mood. Bitch, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, but I'ma go all the way up. Bad girl from the shore, she taking me out of this world, bitch, I'ma go all the way up. Got the JD squinting, got the Katie spinning, I'm outrageous with it, going crazy with it. Got the phrase jumping off the page, gifted, got the waves pushing, got the neighbors tripping, got the trap booming, jumping out the speakers. Drip on me, jumping off the easel. Gold wristed, couldn't tell me shit, bitch. Nah, bottle fisted. Cooking the bars, turn a lab into a living kitchen. Niggas grimace when I water whip it. Subtle flexing, live a candid image. Come from pushing in the S type with no license, gas low, the windows tinted. Still couldn't see me with the zoom on your little vision. Nah, we are not the same, we got different lenses. No one snapping like we something real vivid, keep it realistic. Fuck the split it with my day ones. Got the label making bank runs, cause a train of thought like a freight, huh? I'm the type to get a late start. You the type to be afraid, huh? I'm the type to never have things. You the type to have it made, huh?
If you haven't already, hit that like button, family. That like button. It's the last track. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Set the notifications to all. If you guys just tuned in, you missed a great one. Catch the replay. got one more track for y'all. One more track. Malevolent Elephant. So y'all tap in to Bridging the Gap with Kelly tomorrow on the Lapeef channel. So last track, family, last track, that like button. Also make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, family. Hit that like button. Appreciate all the support. Shout out to the greatest network, the Lapeef Network. The Lapeef Experience will be taking over DC. Stay tuned for that. Set the notifications to all. Shout out to the sponsor, Teej Hamlin. 30% off loan fee. Give the link in the description. If you guys missed the great one, catch it on the replay. Shout out to all the family out there. Even if you're not in, hit that like button, y'all. Make sure y'all catch that Bridge in the Gap. I just dropped the link. Catch that Bridge in the Gap tomorrow, y'all. Make sure y'all guys subscribe to my other channel, Lapeef channel. Set the notifications to all. It's gonna be epic tomorrow. Hit that like button, family. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. I got one more, y'all. One more. This is my last track. I promise y'all. This is it after this. Hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the greatest network ever. It's the last track, y'all. Hit that like button. Appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us. Thank you on behalf of the Lapeef Network.
Smoke weed every day. Oh, hell yeah.